My name is Aaron Finkel, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought of been uncomfortably comfortable or comfortably uncomfortable? Recently, I've been comfortably uncomfortable, and with that, I mean, have you ever decided to take a risk on something where you're comfortable actually doing the thing that's uncomfortable? Well, recently I got connected with some business partners, and I decided to take some risks. Sometimes it's $1 to check things out. Sometimes it's a little bit more, or sometimes it's even a lot more. But the question is, are you willing to take action? Are you willing to take a look at what I have to offer you? Hey, this might not be for you, but the point is, you're going to click on the next page and just take an honest look. And with that, I'll see you at another time. Have a good day.
I'm so happy that I knocked fear in the face and I said yes to this amazing opportunity. So my name is Allison, and I'm a special needs mom who cannot work out of the house. When I was on TikTok, I saw a live video that was talking about a 2-hour workday and learning how to make daily pay. And I said, oh my God, I need to try this. And I am so happy that I did, because I am literally not even 2.5 months in. I made $13,000 as a complete newbie. And I stink at technology. So I was so scared that I was going to need technology. I did not. So I'm just saying, it has been such a dream come true. This community that we have got added into is absolute gold. Everybody wants everybody to win, and it's nothing like I've ever seen before. So I'm just so happy that I said yes to this, that I'm learning absolutely all the skills that I need. And I know when I look back at this a year from now, I'm going to be a part of that $1 million club. So it's amazing. Very, very amazing. I'm so happy I said yes.
You know, the opportunity presented itself for me while I was traveling, still busy. I said, you know what, let me go ahead and lock in my spot, right? Literally, before I even got my website back, I had persons waiting on me ready to get started, right? So in my first week, I'll say it's less than a week, maybe in about 6 days apart, I was able to generate $1,200 using this blueprint. All right, fast forward, because you know, times have changed so much. Less than 2 weeks in the company, you know, picking up my momentum, and about my third week, I literally generated almost $3,000 in one day. Now listen. and I'm blown away by this. You know, I'm having fun. It's not overpowering. I get to do this when I want to put in the effort to go the extra mile, and it's absolutely amazing. You know, the community, love being a part of the community. So many amazing people, the great teaching, the support. If you are on the fence, borrow my belief. All right, borrow my belief, and you say yes to this amazing opportunity. All right.
All right, in this video, we're going to go from launching your business to profit in 7 days. I am going to give you a complete step-by-step blueprint of what you need to do to make profit in 7 days in your business. Okay, so the first thing, day one, let people know you're launching your own online business. Now, I want you to think about something. When you see a Starbucks being built, what do? They have that sign out there. So you know it's a Starbucks being built. People know what they can look forward to. Sometimes when we have our own online business, we think that we need to be quiet while we're getting everything set up, and quiet while we are learning things. You guys, the reality is you want people to buy from you? People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. Taking somebody on that journey is the best thing that you can do. So day one, what I want you to do is I want you to make a teaser post. Now, this post might be made on a social media platform that you don't plan on using. It's just a teaser post, okay? I'm gonna share a story with you. I had a gal that purchased from me, actually the end of 2022, and you guys, she didn't even have the money to buy. She actually sold some stuff on Facebook Marketplace to buy from me. What she did is a teaser post. She actually went to Facebook and she like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm scared to death, but I'm excited. I'm actually selling some stuff on Facebook Marketplace so I can have the money to invest in my own online business. I'm sick and tired of being broke. Pretty much is what she said. Just a teaser post, right? And it took a day and a half. She sold that stuff on Facebook. She went back and made another post. She goes, I'm so excited. I just invested in my own online business. Stay tuned, ... right? And then she set up the stuff for the website, right? Went through the process. And then she went back on Facebook and she just kept on doing these little bit of teaser posts. And she goes, if anybody's interested in learning what I'm doing, I'm pretty excited about it. Something I can do 100% around my kids. You guys, the moment her website was and her automations were connected, she did another teaser post on Facebook. She made $900 just by teaser post. She didn't ask anybody to buy. She just was sharing her story, sharing her journey. For some odd reason, when we launch a business, we get awkward and we forget it's the same thing. It's just going on social media and being social. And taking people on that journey. I can promise you where you are right now is going to attract so many people to your business, even quicker than when you are making money because you're more relatable right now. You can go back to my content. You can scroll back down to September of 2022, and I just shared my story. Okay, that's the most important thing you can do. So make a teaser post. That post could be as easy as, oh my gosh, I've never been so excited and scared, but I know what this is going to do for my family, ... or stay tuned. Something like that. Just to bring that awareness. It's no different than, I want you to think of in the real world, right? When Starbucks starts building, they don't do anything at first, and all of a sudden there's that sign, and you're like, what's underneath that sign? And then a few days later, they open the sign, that teaser's gone. If you notice, they have that sign up and they have something over top of it so you can't see. That's a teaser post. I don't want you to just be silent in your home and then all of a sudden get everything set up and everything going and then just think you're going to get a customer immediately. You got to take people on the journey. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Okay, it's so important. Post a story. TikTok stories are phenomenal. Instagram stories, Facebook, they're all good. Post a story. That could maybe be a little, just a picture of your membership, right? Kind of what's going on, or a picture of what's going on in the community. And it's like, I'm so excited. Or this is going to be big. Or this is what I've always been waiting for. Something just to raise awareness. Okay? It's so important for your business. Next, share with a friend or family. Maybe invite them to do it together. I'm sure you've been hanging around talking to people that are complaining about their job, complaining about their bank account. All you got to do, you guys, is really simple. Just say, you guys, I'm really excited, but I'm scared. I just am launching into the digital world. I'm learning new skills, and I'm kind of looking for an accountability partner. I'm in a community with like thousands and thousands of, tens of thousands of people, but I'd really like to do this with somebody. Do you know anybody that would like to learn digital marketing skills and learn how to make daily passive income from home? Don't ask them. Ask if they know anybody. Does it hurt? There's a gal in our community. Her name is Trina. You guys, I've known her since high school. It's kind of fun. It's fun being on this journey with her, right? So it doesn't hurt to ask. Don't push it. Just ask. Share your vision. Share what you're doing. Just ask. Just try it. So that's all I want you to do for day one, by the way. Day two, what's your vision? What is your vision? Not like, I want to make money, but what is that vision? If you didn't have debt and you didn't have the things that are stressful in your life, what is the vision? What do you want? Okay? Now make a post and share your vision, or share your fears or your excitement. Just be you. For some reason, we think when we launch a business, we got to be a completely different person. Just be you. We just got to get that traction going. Okay, get that traction going. Start being relatable to people. Don't all of a sudden just go from what you used to post on social media to, you got to buy this. This is the best thing since sliced bread, right? People are like, dude, did you fall for one of them things? But if you do it this way and you share your journey and the process that you're on, you're going to connect. And connection equals currency. You want to make good money? Connection equals currency, okay? So next is post a story. I don't know, talk about what you're excited about, or again, show a little bit of a sneak peek of something that you're watching, learning this, or maybe you had an aha moment. What is that? Just take people on your journey, okay? Again, share with a friend. You don't got to go, oh my God, this is great. Just ask questions. Hey, I know you complained about your job before, man. The digital world is on fire, man. I'm learning the most amazing digital marketing skills, and I don't know what I'm up to, but I'm going to learn these skills because I really would love to learn how to make passive income. Is there anything you'd be interested in? I'd really love an accountability partner with somebody I know. It's a lot more fun to make money with somebody I know than you sit around, watch me make it, right? Just have a normal human conversation. Now, I want you to go back to what you posted yesterday and what you posted today and go read or watch what you posted and ask yourself, if I seen this, would I want to know more? See, here's a dilemma we get into. For some reason, we think we got to be a perfectionist, or we think we got to be like so almost mechanical in your approach. Just be you. I can promise you, you are 1000% enough. Your perfect customers will be attracted to you, not a fake version of you. So with all that being said, this is why this business is fun. This is why it's not exhausting, because you get to actually be you, your true self, when you're on your journey to learning these skills and learning and earning at the exact same time. Now, day 3, you gotta be intentional, okay? This is where some of the emotion kind of is gone from that excitement you had when you first launched your business, right? So what's great about this is we do live webinars, and hopefully by day 3, you've already heard about a live webinar we're doing. So I want you to invite to the live webinar by doing a post or by doing some type of story, right? And so like, for example, maybe the webinar is learning passive income. Just say, man, it's really cool. I'm invited. Okay, see what I'm doing differently? I'm invited to this webinar about learning passive income and digital marketing. Does anybody know anything about passive income and digital marketing? That's just a way to get conversations going. Share that in your stories. Really important. Post a story, day 3, what you like most. Just go post a story. You're in day 3 in your business. What do you like most? What is it you like most? Just share it with me. I can promise you by now, if you've been actually doing the things, you've got people intrigued. You've piqued some interest in people. Everything I'm sharing with you does not take more than 5 to 10 minutes to do. Okay? So it's not like you're taking a lot of time. I would share with a friend or family and invite them to the webinar. Why not? Just say, hey, if you're open to check it out, great. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty pumped what I'm seeing. I never knew things like this actually existed in the world. I'm excited to learn this stuff. That's how you approach it. Not, do you want to learn how to be a millionaire? Do you want to learn how to be a billionaire? Don't think things like that. Just be realistic. Man, I'm learning these skills. You should come and check it out, right? Again, be you. Don't become a car salesman. That's the worst thing you can do. People buy from people. That's what I love about building an online business. You get to be you because people buy from people. You don't got to have a sales background. You don't got to be really good at anything. You just got to be you and stop trying to be somebody else. It's so huge to your business. Now go inside the community and screenshot a testimonial that is inside the community and share it on social media. Just share it and say what comes out of your heart, how you feel about it. Because there's like over 90,000 testimonials in our community. There's a reason why you decided to share that one, screenshot that one. What was it for you? Just share it. Don't ask anybody if they're interested. Just share. Right now, we're piquing interest. We're just painting the picture. We're planting the seed in other people's mind what's getting ready to happen in your life. Okay? Next, day 4. What are you holding on to? Right here, these 5 words are huge to your success or lack of success. What are you holding on to? Did you make the post, the stories, the testimonial posts? Are you inviting to webinars? Have you done the last 3 days what I've asked you to do to help you get your business in profit mode? Have you done that? If the answer is no, you got to figure out what you're holding on to. What is your fear? What is that hesitation that you have? Because I've not asked you to sell anything, right? I've not asked you to, you're just piquing interest. You're just sharing your story. No different than if you're like, hey, we're going to a basketball game this weekend. It's the same thing, except, hey, I'm learning digital marketing so I can change my life or quit my job or not take a calculator to the grocery store, retire early, right? You're not asking anybody to join you, okay? See, because the moment you lose your confidence, if you stop going to the finish line, I'll tell you what, you got to go to that finish line every single day. The I get to it later, I'll get to it later has to stop. Because if you continue to say that, that just takes your confidence down, my friend. You got to be that finisher. That's why understanding our 2-hour workday is so vital to get your income earning activities done in the 2 hours a day. Okay? Because you're losing confidence every day you don't stick to what you said you were going to do. Now, if you can't be productive and if you can't follow these simple steps, the profits won't be there. You can't expect to have results off of something you haven't done. It's not going to happen by you just working on everything and then all of a sudden in day 5 or 6 or 7, you launch your business and you think a lot of people are going to flock to you. You know how people are going to be attracted to you? You know how you're going to be a magnet to people? By doing what I'm sharing with you right now. It's the journey. Just like I'm taking you on your journey to 6 figures. I'm taking you on your journey to 7 figures, right? It's a journey. I didn't just one day get in your face and be like, let's go. I'm taking you to 7 figures, right? It's been the journey I've been sharing with you, right? Our community members have been sharing this with you. Just like you need to do. This is the steps that you take. It's really simple. I can promise you we make it way too hard. So one of your rules should be to complete everything you start. Just complete it. Get that completion energy. Watch what happens to you. And then when you complete what you're supposed to complete, high five yourself. Just go to the mirror and high five yourself and be proud of yourself for bossing up. Just be proud of yourself for that, okay? Because if you have completed everything, go post and tell everyone how you have bossed up in your life and how you're proud of what you are doing and you're proud of yourself. Say, just you wait. Show up with a level of confidence maybe you've never shown up before. You want to grab people's attention? You want to be a magnet? That's what people be a magnet to. That's it. It's you. It's you bossing up. It's you showing up. It's you actually doing what you committed to do. Right? That just you wait, that's certainty. That's bossing up. That's out in the outside world going, who is this person? I like them. Okay, maybe I need to follow them. Maybe I need to learn more about what they're doing. This is called attraction marketing, my friend. So, day 5. What was it for you? What was it for you? What was it for you? Why did you buy? What was it? Like really, what was it? Don't be surface level layered of, I wanted to get out of debt. Why did you want to get out of debt? Like I can tell you exactly what it was for me. I was sick and tired of being on that hamster wheel and losing time with my family. I wanted more time and I wanted more income to make more memories. I didn't want to be a mom to sit down and watch Netflix all day or all evening because we didn't have no money to go do anything. I wanted to be that mom that we could travel and make memories and have moments that we'll talk about for the rest of our life. I want to be able to, when I'm on my deathbed, have no regret. And when I seen this blueprint and when I seen that I was on the struggle bus, I was like, if I continue to do what I was doing, I'm going to continue to get the same results or worse. I got to make a change. I'm lacking in skill or I wouldn't be here. I didn't want to look in the mirror and be disappointed in myself anymore. So, my friend, what was it for you? Why did you buy? I'll go make a post and share it. Now, do you got to share all of that? No. Just share a little bit of it. I'm really starting to get you on this journey of connecting, because connection equals currency. The only difference in me and you, I've just learned to connect with people. This is what I'm going to teach you. This is why you're in this program, so you can learn that as well. But it starts from the very beginning. I want you to, first of all, embrace your pace, but I want you to go on this journey of like you're just out there, and every time you do a post or you do something on social media, a video, a reel, whatever that is that you're going to do, that you become the magnet. And you attract people to you. And the best way you'll attract them is connection equals currency. And the fastest way to connect is by storytelling. It's something you do all the time. Okay? It's something you do all the time. Example, have you ever gone to a really good restaurant and you told somebody about it? Have you went to a good movie and you told somebody about it? Have you watched a good Netflix movie and told somebody about it? Have you bought a new iPhone and told somebody about it? Or ladies, maybe a new lip gloss and told somebody about it? Have you ever done that? Of course, it's natural. It's normal. This is the same thing. When you treat this process just like that, it changes everything for you. Now, what's the most important thing to you? Go make a post about that and share it. Make a post or share in your stories. What is the most important thing to you? Mine is time. Time with my family. Memories, moments is the most important thing. And looking in the mirror and being proud of myself. Just I want to be proud of myself because I wasn't proud of myself in 2022. I was disappointed. I thought I'd be further along. That's the most important thing. Because I know if I can be proud of myself, I'm going to come off with this confidence for my kids to show them that they're unstoppable. Okay? That's me. What was it for you? Go make that post. Okay? And again, invite to webinar and share a testimonial. Just invite. Do a post in inviting. Because I'm super excited. There's this, and I give you every week, you'll know exactly the title of the webinar. You gotta do is this webinar coming talking about XYZ. I'm super excited about it. If anybody's interested in learning about it, let me know. Love to share it with you. Just like that. It's real simple, but because for 5 days, you've been sharing your journey, you've been connecting with people on a different emotional level, you are going to make an impact in a way that people are going to be like, yeah, I'll check it out, because you didn't come at them salesy. You didn't come at them. I can promise you, when you learn that it's just about you storytelling and learn about helping people, like you're the hope dealer. That's why I love this shirt. I'm just a hope dealer. I hope when I make a post that they see a different perspective. I hope that they see that they too can learn these skills to make daily pay. I hope. Now, 3, okay? Or the last part, is share 3 stories today, 2 biz related and 1 personal. You got to still be human. You got to still be relatable to people, right? Just go share 2. Again, nothing like, this is the best saying. Just share. Share from your heart. Share why you're here. It's so important. Okay, now let's go. Day 6, the turning point. Okay, share a moment that has impacted your life, and that is why you are here. Share it. For me, I can share a moment with you. It was the fact that I was trying really, really hard to make it work in network marketing, and I swear I blinked and I have 2 kids left at home. And the other 4 are adults. And I'm like, I'm losing time. The turning point was for me is if I kept on doing the same thing, I'm going to continue to lose time. I need to figure out a way to get my time back, get more time. And that was automations. And that's why I'm here. And that's what I'm sharing with you. That was the biggest turning point for me. What is it for you? Why are you here? Why are you wanting to learn this? Why? Share that. Then go share it on social media. Share it. Okay? What is something you never want again. Share it. I never want to look at my bank account and be disappointed. I never want to go do something with my family and can't afford it. I never want to not be able to make those memories. What is it for you? Then share it. Because I'm doing this because I never want to do it. I never want to do it. What is that? Share it. Share it with posture. Share it with that boldness. Let people know. You're not selling them anything. You're sharing your journey. That's what people do on social media. Why not you? Right? Why not you? Trust me, by now, if you've actually been doing this and you're not just surface level with your intentions, if you kind of go a little bit deeper, and I know that can be hard, my friends, and I get that. But growth is hard. You think when you learned to walk for the first time, it was easy? When you learned to ride a bike for the first time, it was easy? No, but now it's easy. Just got to get over that, right? But that's why this journey of sharing is totally different. Now, what are you most surprised about but love in the community? What is that? Like, you've been in 6 days now, so what are you most surprised about? But man, you're in this community and you're like, wow, I love this. Go share that. Go share that. Okay? Now, go share 3 stories, 2 biz, and 1 related to your personal. And again, it could be some of these. What do you love most? What something that you never want again? What has been the most impactful thing for you? Okay? Have you guys noticed how easy this is? Now you might be asking, well, Michelle, I'm here to build an invisible empire. You can do this with Faceless as well. It's no different. It is absolutely no different. Okay, day 7, your journey. Okay, your 7-day journey. Celebrate that you got your first customer. Let's go. Celebrate it. Get online. Talk about it. Celebrate it. If you haven't yet, I want you to promise me something. In this journey, you'll always use the word yet after it. If you haven't yet, go look at your content and ask yourself, if you didn't know that person, would you believe them? If you didn't know that person, would you buy from them? Go evaluate. I always like to look at my content as a third party, right? Because I'd be like, no, Michelle, that's not very connecting, or no, right? So I can be better. So you could improve. Then we can get rid of that yet. Because that's what's only holding you back. The connection hasn't been made yet. Again, connection equals currency. You will hear me say that over and over again so I can help you build that connection better with people. Okay? So share your first 7 days. Share it. It doesn't matter. Share the good, the bad, the ugly. You got to be normal. Be human. Don't try to be somebody you're not. I can promise you you're enough. Give yourself permission to be you. Just be you and share your journey. Okay, now I'm going to give you a few little pointers here. But again, share 3 stories today, 2 biz, 2 related, and 1 personal. Now, that doesn't mean you go on social media and be like, I'm so overwhelmed. This is so hard. That's not what I'm saying. That's the victim mentality. Okay, now you can say the exact same thing, but in a victor mentality of, man, I am learning crazy things that I never thought would learn before. And it's kind of pushing me a little bit, but I got this because I have a community behind me. Same thing, but in a victor mindset. Okay? The CEO mindset is so huge. The CEO, I'm sure the first time you learned to drive a car wasn't easy. It was like, oh, it's kind of weird. Or the first time you got on a freeway with a bunch of other people is a little overwhelming, but you made it. You didn't stop the car in the middle of the car and run, right? You made it. This is your journey. This is your journey to the 4 figures or 5 figures or 6 figures or 7 figures that you want. But it all starts with just exposure. I want you to think about that. If you see a piece of land and all of a sudden you see a building coming up, then all of a sudden you see a billboard, and then you see the billboard's covered, but then a few days later it's open and it's, oh, there's a Starbucks or there's a Target or there's something popping up, but they tease you for a few days. And then they're letting you know it's coming. You're going to let people know your next 7 days, it's coming. Your first 7 days, it's coming. So here's the deal. What if you don't get a customer? Repeat. You should continue to repeat this until you get so comfortable with it that you become a magnet to people. That's it. People do business with people. You guys, this is how you can go from no following on a social media platform and be wildly successful. You can take what I'm sharing with you and you can create a brand new TikTok, brand new Instagram, and be wildly, brand new YouTube, and be wildly successful doing this. Literally, this is it. This is your secret sauce. Connection equals currency. The best way to connect is by sharing stories. So let people know that you are launching your own online business. So if you're repeating this again, go, hey guys, I'm on my 2nd week. This is what I've learned so far. This is what I'm loving. Go over your vision. Be intentional. What are you holding on to? What was it for you? The turning point in your journey. I can promise you, when you always ask yourself, what are you holding on to? That's how you can release it. So it's not the boulder that stops you. You got to become aware of that, right? It's so important. You got to share these stories. Like, what is your turning point on day 12? Day 13, share this stuff. I can promise you, if you want to attract complete strangers to you, it's this type of connection. Because all you got to say is one thing. And they're like, wow, that's me. Wow, so they were stressed and didn't feel like they even knew their kids, and that's why they're wanting to do something. That's me. Maybe I need to look at this. Those things that you share in the process of you learning and earning is what is going to happen in the connection to learn quicker. That's it. I've just got really good at sharing stories and delivering value, but talking from my heart and not my head. So I can promise you, if you're willing to implement this and stick to it, you will absolutely be astonished with your results. I always say you're going to shock yourself. You are. You're going to shock yourself. But it's worth it. And it actually might be a little awkward at first, but it gets more comfortable the more you do it. So if you're ready to go from launch to profit, it all is going to happen with a connection equals currency. And you can do that by following this 7-day guideline and implementing it. And watch what happens, my friend. Congratulations for looking at the Legacy Builder program. I'm so excited you're here, and I can promise you after this video, you're gonna have a clear understanding of exactly what can happen to you being inside of our digital growth community and following the Legacy Builder program. So you might be listening to me right now going, man, Michelle, I just wanna make some extra cash. I wanna kind of get some pressure off, or maybe you want some of that fun money. Or maybe you're listening to me going, man, I really wanna get out of debt, start saving some money. I would love to learn how to make $300 a day, which is $109,000 a year. Or maybe you're listening to me going, I want to go for more of that higher 6 figures. I would love to learn how to make $600 a day, which is $219,000 a year. And many of you might be more like in the legacy builder mode, and you're like, man, I want to take advantage of what's going on in digital marketing, and please show me how to make $900 a day, which is over $328,000 a year. Would that change your life any? Well, you guys, my name is Michelle O'Neill, and back in September of 2022 is when I discovered this process. And prior to discovering it, I was stressed. I was overwhelmed. I'm a mom of 6 kids. I only have 2 left at home, and time was slipping away. And I have 5 grandchildren. And you guys, time is the most important thing to me. And when I discovered this process, I was like, oh my gosh, if I can just learn how to make $54,000 a year working 2 hours a day, that would change my life. Because inside of the process, you guys, it shows you how to follow a 2-hour workday. I know, crazy, right? But it shows you how you could get your income earning activities done in 2 hours away. But let me share with you why. It's because of systems like this. Because of pages like this, you guys are going to be out there working for you 24/7. This is how I built a global business. It's pages just like this. Awesome. So today, you guys, I want to share with you what the Legacy Builder program is and why the Legacy Builder and what it can do for you, because that's the most important thing, right? Because I don't think anybody is on here today going, you know, I just want to take more time trying to figure out how to make money from home. So what I want to do is I want to, first of all, kind of show the story behind the Legacy Builder program. And one thing I want to share with you guys, it's not a course. You don't need another course sitting in your computer that you're really excited about, but 3 days later, that energy's gone. Like I call that the treadmill moment, right? You get all excited, and then a few days, the emotion is gone. The exact same thing happens in courses, right? If it didn't, there would be millions and millions of millionaires, right? But because we get unmotivated easy, because we get back into our old habits and patterns, I want to help you understand why the Legacy Builder is a program, because it is an interactive program that not only will show you guys how to make 900 a day, it is literally going to show you how to make that 900 a day in passive income, but it is literally going to show you step by step how to also create a reoccurring income stream. But I'm going to show you how to do that through your email list, because in your journey of making an income online, I want to take you from launch your business to profit in 7 days is the first step. Right? And then once we do that, we're going to really start understanding who your perfect customer is. And you're going to have an automated business out there working for you, fully automated from the very moment somebody goes into your system. Got everybody in the room. We're going to get started. And today you guys are going to literally get your recipe to a 10K month of May. So far, community, if you are listening, we'll let you know, but we might need some of you to go on YouTube because it looks like we're going to max out this room. So I think I need to get a hold of Zoom and make it bigger than 1,000. What a good problem to have, right? Hold on a second. All right, I had to get my box of cake mix because, you know, we're going to give you the recipe for success, just like a cake mix, you guys. You're going to get a really clear understanding because you know you can go buy a cake mix, right? And it can work. And this recipe I'm going to give you tonight can work as well. So super excited to have everybody on. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. We do have a bunch still trying to get in. And again, Nathan, if you can just put my YouTube channel in the community, because it looks like we're going to cap out. So how exciting. I absolutely love to see so many people ready to take action, take control of their life and their goals and dreams. Now, something I do need to do is I need to put captions on. Hold on a second. Perfect. Okay, so I've added captions. Somebody had asked me to add captions, so that should help for many people as well. I'm going to get recording, you guys, and we're going to get rocking and rolling here. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Let me get recording here. All right. So welcome. Let me go ahead and share my screen, you guys, and we are going to dive into the information and a little bit about how this is going to work. You guys, I'm literally going to break down your 10K recipe, how you can make 10K in May. You're literally going to get the step-by-step guides today, exactly how to achieve that. And at the very end, I will open up for any questions that anyone has. That is the goal tonight, for you to get a clear understanding of exactly what it takes for you, my friend, to make 10K in May. So you are here because you are ready to learn how to make passive daily pay income online, but you just don't know where to start. And you want the recipe for 10K in May. So look, Heather, you guys, her first full month, you guys, she made $9,900. She's been searching for 10 years for a way to make real money online. And look at this, Andrea, in April, she made $14,576 with this process that I'm sharing with you, okay? So if they can do it, you can do it. Look, she's already made $1,200 today. because today's May 1st, right? So if they can do it, you can do it. You guys, and I can understand if you're like, how are these numbers possible? Because I felt the same way back in 2022. I was struggling. I was disappointed in myself. I wasn't making the income I thought I could make around my family. And then I discovered these steps, you guys, and I went from making zero online to $1 million in 17 months. And I'm going to break down this recipe with you guys tonight, because today my family and I get to travel and do the things we've always dreamed of. So all I'm going to say to you guys right now is I want you to dream big. Matter of fact, what I want you to do real quick, while we still got other people getting on, I want you to put in the chat, if you've had a $2,700 day. Awesome, Matthew. So I want you to put in the chat, if you could make, or when you make 10K in May, how is that going to impact your family? Can you please put that in the chat? I would absolutely love to know. If you could make 10K in May, could you please put that in the chat? Freedom. Awesome. Relief, credit card debt, payoff. Yeah, this is what can happen, because you guys realize when you have the recipe to make 10K in May, that means you can make 10K again in June and 10K in July. That doesn't have to stop with just this month, because you can just complete to rinse and repeat these steps over and over again. Okay. So let me ask you that. How would it feel, right, to have not only 10K, but do that part-time with a passive income stream? And look at this, Tamara, you guys, in 48 hours, she made $5,300, and she made $13,000 for the month of April. And you have Michelle, she hit $8,200 for the month of April, and she finished yesterday with a $1,500 day. So yep, 10K in May is on deck for her. And Leslie, she had a $3,800 day on Friday, a $2,700 day on Sunday, and she did $2,100 in April. So I'm not sharing with you that this could happen. No, this is happening on a monthly basis inside my community. And that, my friends, is passive income. And this is what you're going to learn about tonight. Passive income is an income that requires little to no labor to produce and to maintain. So tonight I'm going to break down the 6 ingredients to a 10K in May. Now, something I want to really touch base before I go over these ingredients with you real quick. And this is this. We've all been to the store and bought a cake mix, right? You don't buy the cake mix and think, I mean, it could work. It could come out. No, you buy the cake mix and you know, if you follow the ingredients and the directions on here, you're going to have a really good cake. And so I want you to think about this. You do not buy a cake mix and pushing it around in the shopping cart, wondering if it could work. You know it will work. So I'm tonight going to give you your 10K recipe for success. So I just want you to remember that. So you might want to take some notes, you guys, because you're literally going to have exactly what you need to do in May. Step 1, you have to commit. No different than with the cake mix. You can't open it up and then and get the eggs on the counter and the butter on the counter and the water out. You can't dump the mix in the bowl, but you have to commit to finishing it, right? Once you finish it, you can get the results. So step 1, in May, I want you guys to commit to going for 10K in May. What else do you have to do in your life? Because imagine how rewarding it will be to make 10K in May. So step 2, promote product or programs that are in high demand. Now, this recipe for success that I'm giving you, you guys, it's not going to work if you're trying to sell a cassette tape or something that people actually do not want. So why I recommend promoting digital programs, because it's the fastest growing trending industry out there. Plus, the amount of money you can make in this industry because of the amount of profit you can make. So you make 100% profit. Now, I just want to give you an example of that. My number 1 selling product is $900. So let's say you are an affiliate marketer or a network marketer and you make about 25% profit. Well, this process I'm sharing with you, this ingredients to a 10K in May, you make 100% profit. So that means you get 1 customer and you're putting $900 in your pocket. If you were only making 25%, you only put $225 in your pocket. Now, some of you might be going, oh, but you know what? I don't think I'm passionate about selling a digital product. I think I really just want to sell this lip gloss because I really, really love it. So you sell one lip gloss, you guys, you make $900 or you make $9. What makes more sense to you? One customer to make $900, one customer to make $225, or one customer to make $9? Put it in the chat. What makes more sense to you? Because if you're working the same amount of hours, doesn't it make sense to make 100% profit? Now, 12 customers in May is $10,800. So holy cow, you guys, all you need is 12 customers in May and you can literally make 10K. And I'm going to share with you in the next ingredients how that's going to happen. But if you were making only 25% profit, you would need to get 45 customers to make 10,000. Okay, what makes more sense? 12 customers or 45 customers? But look at this. If you were promoting a lip gloss and you wanted to make 10,000 this month with a lip gloss, you would need 1,112 customers. But let me add another layer and put this really into perspective. 45 customers at 25%, you're making 10,000. 45 customers at 100%, you're making $40,000. But oh my, 1,112 customers times 900, you're making your first $1 million. Or would you rather make 10,000 and sell 1,000 lip glosses? You guys, this is important because the only way you make money online is if you promote something. So this is a page that you should screenshot, because why wouldn't you want to launch a business and learn how to have a successful business and make 100% profit? To me, it's definitely a no-brainer, right? And so the second reason why I recommend promoting a digital product is because it's daily pay directly into your bank account. Like if you're an affiliate or network marketer for another company, sometimes you got to wait to get paid. With this, when you promote your own digital products or have the access to promote digital products, or programs, you get immediate money into your bank account. And you get to sell something that truly helps people. I get it. A lip gloss can help a mom feel sexy for an hour. But promoting something where they can learn a new skill can completely transform their life and transform even their entire family's life. So this is a very important step. I feel like this step is if you don't add the ingredients, right? And the ingredients, like if I didn't add this to the cake, I'm not going to have a very good cake. I don't think just having eggs and butter and water would make a good cake. You need the whole ingredients. And this, my friends, is a huge part of that. Now, step 3, automate your business. Now, this is where we're starting to add the ingredients, right? Now, this is where you have your life back and your time back. Because many of you right now listening to me, I get it. You already have a full-time job. So you're trying to figure out how you can even manage adding more time. And by the way, I'm going to share with you a 2-hour working process on this today, okay? That's what you're going to be covered. But here is an automated system. These pages would literally be out there working for you 24/7. On average, 1 out of 20 people buy. By the way, this is pre-built and given to you. I will show you how to build a business to 6 figures with this system and it not costing you a dime. But so your goal would be to get 10 people a day to put their email in. Because if 1 out of 20 are buying from you, that would be a customer every other day, and that's a 10K in May. Screenshot this page. This is huge. This is how you do that. We just focus on making sure you get 10 people a day to put an email in. And again, that's through step 4, getting your business discovered. You guys, you can use a method called the copy and paste free ads method, where you can actually post classified ads and attract people. You guys, I used this method when I was growing my business, and not only did it build my email list, it also did get me customers, but it built my YouTube channel, because in the free ad I posted, I put a video in there as well. So now I'm monetized on YouTube. The other method, just a minute, somebody was doodling on the screen. I don't know how I can shut that off. If anybody can show me how to shut that off, would be awesome. But it's distracting, so let me get it off real quick. I don't know. I will put that on my note to figure that out for the next one. Anyway, so we can show you how to build a business by faceless content where you don't even got to talk on video and or even be on video. It's called Your Invisible Empire. We actually give you this 71-page PDF, and I give you a training to go with it. And so you have the ability to have that as well. And then also use social media. Social media is a powerful way to be able to build your business. You guys, I was sharing with you a minute ago, right, that there is, okay, can you see me? I'm sorry. It was somebody's doodling again. Social media is the other way we get our business discovered. There's 4.8 billion people on social media alone. If you use social media, you can attract your customers to you. And again, all you need is 12 customers to make 10K in May. Do the math on that. 4.8 billion people, and all you need is 10. Okay, and we will show you how to become a magnet on social media. The next is you got to become relatable with your content. Now, I just shared with you a cool part about social media is there's 4.8 billion people, but the other part is how do you stand out? How do you stop the scroll? So what you need to do is you need to know who your perfect customer is. You need to use the stop the scroll hooks, and you need to do what's called a CTA, which is a call to action. And this allows customers to get back inside your automated system. Okay. Step 6, you get a customer. That's it. Now I want to explain what I just shared with you. Because if you already got a product to promote, you're good. Your automated system is set up and given to you. All you got to focus on is creating content and stopping the scroll of your customers. And then after that, a new customer comes in. What you're going to learn. Well, how you get started, you guys, when you purchase the Legacy Builder program, you immediately get access to your Legacy Builder program. But inside of that, you get access to 4 income streams. And right here, this Launchpad sells for $100. This Passive Daily Pay Blueprint sells for $300. This Digital Mastery for $600, and the Legacy Builder for $900. So you literally have the ability to start selling these products at any time. And when somebody buys one of them, you make 100% profit. If you sold one a day, that's $1,900 a day. So that is what I absolutely loved. I'm like, wait, so I can learn and earn at the exact same time. Yes. So while you're learning these skills, you have the ability to be earning an income as well. You guys, that was the most brilliant thing I'd ever heard. And the fact that we can make 100% profit. Now, also, when you enroll today, you're going to get these additional bonuses. Of course, our digital growth community, which is priceless. You're going to love it and meet the most amazing people. You're going to get a Canva crash course that helps you be able to create your content using Canva. You're going to get my 1 million in 17 months step-by-step blueprint that is going to be launching this coming week. You guys are going to absolutely love it. You're also going to get the 30-day market strategy growth plan. So I'm telling you guys, if you are brand new and you have no following, you have no skills, you'll want to follow this 30-day growth marketing strategy plan. You will absolutely love your results. This plan is exactly what I did, how I went from brand new on TikTok. I made 7,000 my first month and 14,000 my second month. I made 21,000 on the TikTok platform before I even had 1,000 followers. Okay, so you're going to learn that and how to start your own online business with MRR, which is Master Resale Rights. You're going to learn that, and you're going to get 200 digital product ideas, because once you're inside the program and you start learning how to market, learning how to build an email list, you might want to launch your own product, service, or community. You're also going to get the mindset, message, and marketing to your first $1 million, exactly what it takes. And you're going to get that Your Invisible Empire Faceless Marketing training as well. So if you don't want to talk on video, you can get that. Okay, and you get all of that and all 4 income streams, you guys, for only $900. And get back with the person that introduced you to this, because many of us do offer payment plans. So you can get back with that.
But you guys, just one of each of these products a day, you're making $1,900 a day. You literally get your hands on $1,900 worth of product, plus all the bonuses for only $900. Now, if that's not your goal, if you're not looking to make, oh, by the way, that gives you a strategy, a blueprint inside of it to show you how to make $900 a day, which is $328,000 a year. It also shows you how to make a reoccurring income stream. You have reoccurring bills. Why not a reoccurring income stream? It also shows you how to add multiple other income streams as well. So this not is just one way to make money. This is just how we start by building that solid foundation. But if that's not your goal, we also have the Digital Mastery that has a 600 daily pay blueprint inside of it. And you will get access to 3 income streams, the 100, 300, and the 600. And then we also have the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, which is a $300 blueprint inside of it, which is $109,000 a year. You can still make some good money with that as well. You get the income streams on $100 and a $300 product. And then we have our Launchpad, which is $100, you guys. Inside of all of these products, you're going to learn how to launch a business. You're going to learn how to go to launch to profit with your online business. You're going to learn how to build up passive income. Okay, so these are the products. We have our 900, 600, 300, and 100. And you get to pick the one that's best for your goals and dreams. And that's the way to get started. So what I want to do real quick before I open up for questions is I want to pass it over to Jeffrey, and he is going to share with you guys as well. Jeffrey, you should be able to unmute. And by the way, the person that introduced you, they have sent you an email. Scroll down to the bottom and there's a PS inside the email where you can get started. If you get started in the program tonight, please put it in the chat. We want to celebrate with you. We want to recognize you, so let us know in the chat. So Jeffrey, you should be able to unmute.
I am, thanks. Look, folks, I'm 67 years old. I have a wife, 4 kids, 12 grandchildren, 10. We found out last week, 11, and we found out later this week that our 11th great-granddaughter is a girl due in September. So I have 10 grandchildren. They're all boys except 7 girls. But what I want to tell you is you're never too old to do this. I'm 67. We have people 80, 84. We have people that are 18, 19, and everybody in between. Look quickly around the screen at everybody that's here. That shows you that anybody, I don't care what your situation is, everybody can do this successfully. We have people from all over the world, all different types of lives, all different situations, and they're still being successful. I've been a realtor. I used to say I started at 20. I actually didn't realize it. This month starts my 48th year. I actually started in real estate at 19 because this is the start. This month is my 48th year. And I've made a lot of money over the years, and I've made not a lot of money over the years because it does this. And I won't go into all the times I've been broke, but I can tell you I have been. And when I saw this, I had about little over 2.5 years ago, we lost an income in the family due to health reasons. I started working in a big warehouse. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but you have a pretty good idea. We're talking 19 acres, 885,000 square feet, 7.5-minute walk at a brisk pace, and a pair of steel-toed boots across the concrete. I walked 13 to 16 miles in a 10-hour shift. The problem was I was an hour each way. 10 hours meant I was gone from the home 12 hours. 5 hours meant I was gone 7 hours. What happened was I saw Michelle, my mentor, who popped up and said, "Hey, make this amount of money with a 2-hour day." And I went, that can't be right. She must put too many zeros on the end of that. I watched her for about a week, saw some other people, and said, man, I'm all in. The reason I did that is I was working 70 to 80 hours a week. I still found time to put the 2-hour workday with your income earning activity in the nooks and crannies of my day. 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 45 minutes, an hour. You know, as realtors, sometimes we take 2-hour lunches. I didn't do that. I figured it was time well spent to do it. And you know why? The 14 hours a week that I work replaced the income of the 35 to 40-hour week second job that I had had. That didn't include gas. That didn't include the 2-hour drive to and from. That was just the 35 to 40 hours a week, plus everything else on top of that. Because of this business, I made that. I get a little emotional about this, but the one thing that I didn't know at the time that I quit my second job was right about the time that I learned that I was going to have to be a caretaker for my wife. Good Lord was watching out for me. And I can tell you, the 12 hours I was gone is over. The 7 hours that I'm gone is over. I am here for her. We have good days and we have not so good days. But you know what? It's for better or worse. And that's why this business means so much to me. Not only am I making great money, we have fantastic friends. Let me tell you this. The people, I'm what Michelle calls an OG. I've been around a while. And let me tell you, I have more people in this community ask me about my wife on a regular basis and how things are going than people I've worked with in real estate for 15 years. If they see my face, they may ask me a question. They don't. 200 people in a warehouse, multiple nights a week, 50 of those people, 10, 15 feet apart, work with. One person. After I've now been away there 5 weeks. This last Saturday was 5 weeks that I have not had to go to that job. I had one guy who I'd worked with for 2 years as my supervisor reach out and say, hey, we're still praying for your wife. How are things going? You're really missed. Out of 200 people and 50 pretty intimately that I worked with, I get more than that just from the people in this community on an ongoing basis. I tell people that this community will restore your faith in humanity because the people that are in here care. They want to celebrate you. They don't care if you're making more money than they are. They don't care that you made money more quickly than they did. Everybody celebrates everybody else and brings everybody else along. You know, I tell people there's 15,000 people plus that are standing beside you and behind you. Not one single person, because you make 100%, not one single person is standing in front of you as some of the other businesses we've talked about going, what's in it for me? I'm your upline. I'm your, sideways, whatever. Not one person. This community will absolutely change your life. The people in here, the opportunities, Michelle hasn't told you, but she is continuing to release additional training. If she released everything she has in her brain right now, it would be like trying to drink out of a fire hose. What happens is she lets us do it a little at a time. And to give you an idea, a few weeks ago, we have training in here for how to find your perfect customer. It's different for all of us. 4.8 million people on the planet that are in social media. If only 1% of those people want to make a change in their life, that's 48 million people. There's 15,000 people here. We haven't even talked to the 1%. I mean, that's the incredible part. And there's more than enough for everybody to have more than enough. That's the thing. We don't step on each other's toes because we all have different clients and customers. We all have different stories that attract people different ways. But she gives it to us bit by bit so that we can understand it, implement it, and then move on next week and learn something new. To tell you what this woman stands for, we went in to do a Find Your Perfect Customer. It's supposed to be 2 hours. She was there for 5 hours. 5 hours. Not making a dime from anything she's doing because it's part of the community. Yes, she was still making money in her business because she is still involved in her business. But she sat there for 5 hours to make sure that everybody that was on that call got their questions answered and understood what they needed to do. That tells you everything you need to know right there. So I always tell people, do yourself a favor. Get back with a person that sent you here, get with them and get off the fence, for God's sakes. You know, if you've been scrolling for 6 weeks or 6 months, how much money have you made? Probably none. Get off the fence, go back. It doesn't take anything at all to be able to get the free information and look at it. What if you spend 2 or 3 minutes and decide it's not for you? You unsubscribe, move on down the road. But what if it's exactly what you've been praying for? What if it's exactly what you've been wishing for and hoping for? What if it's that? And you didn't take the time to look. God bless. Y'all stay safe. Have a great evening. And thank you for being on here tonight.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jeffrey. Love it. Love it. And I love the fact that you're home now. So good. So good. Life changing. That's what it's about. Money is just the byproduct to get us to the places and the people that we need to be at and with. So absolutely love that. All right, so tonight, you guys, like I said, this is going to be pretty awesome. You're going to actually hear from 9 other people inside our community that have made 6 figures. You're going to hear their story. And one thing else you're going to hear, not only their story, I'm going to have each of them give you their biggest tip from being inside the program, what they did, the biggest aha moment, the program or the community that really helped them hit 6 figures. So I would grab a pen and paper and take some notes. Now, unfortunately, we live in a world where I have to share this. So I need each and every one of you to screenshot this earnings disclaimer, because this information that you're going to hear is literally their individual story, and results vary, you guys. I have no magic wand. I can't tell you, you can have results like this or you can expect results like this, but you're going to hear some pretty amazing income stories. And what I love about what you hear is they are everyday people just like you and I. And so I need you guys to screenshot this and just realize this. We're not giving you any income streams. We're not saying you're going to make 6 figures in under 6 months. We're just going to show you the process that we did that got us to 6 figures in 6 months. Okay. So with that being said, what I want to do is I just kind of want to go over a few things with you before I have each and every one of them share, because most of you are here because you're ready to learn how to make passive daily pay online, but you just don't know where to start. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is this 5-step blueprint that our community uses to learn how to make passive income online. Step 1, we promote products and programs that are in high demand. The product and the program that we have used and we are promoting has done $4.8 million in 45 days. That is why you've seen so many people create 6 figures in such a short time. If you do the math on that, that is $107,000 a day the community members are making. And when you see that 4.8 million, that is going into the community's pockets. This is not an MLM. This is not an affiliate program. This is a program where you learn how to make 100% profit, a program where you're paid directly into your bank account when a customer buys from you. So when you see in 45 days, $4.8 million, that's why. Okay, so pretty awesome. So step 2, you got to automate your business. You guys, when I learned how to automate my business, this is what gave me my life back. This is what gave me my time back. It's pages like this. And on average, inside my community, when 20 people subscribe right here, 1 out of 20 people are buying. So if you do the math on that and you can get yours converting like that, that's $900 a day. That's $328,000 a year. So step 1, we promote a program that's in very high demand. Step 2, we automate our business. And step 3, we learn how to get our business discovered. Now, you guys also call that marketing. I just don't like to use the word marketing because when you think of marketing, you think you got to spend money. We use a discovery system so we can organically attract people to us. So we teach you how to build that faceless brand, or even just to build a brand that you want to be known for. We show you a copy and paste free ads method, and we show you how to use social media. There's 5 billion people just on social media alone, my friends. So we show you how to become a magnet and attract customers to you. This was a breath of fresh air to me, you guys, because I no longer had to go DM people. I no longer had to go find customers. It was a fully automated, rejection-free system. We also show you how to build your invisible empire if you want to build that faceless brand. And we show you how to do a copy and paste free ads method as well. So step 4, you got to relate in your content. This is what we spend so much time inside our community with. How can you create that stop the scroll content, attract people back to your automated system so they buy from you? And that's step 4, because guess what? Step 5 is a new customer. And you know what, you guys, I honestly wish sometimes that I could make this process harder than it is. But that's the steps that we follow. And what I love is the product is ready to go. The system is already fully automated. So all you focus on every day is creating your content and getting that discovered by getting more relatable with your content. So I quickly want to share my story with you before I pass it over to Tim. And he's going to be the first one to share with you his journey of hitting 6 figures. But you guys, I discovered this process in September of 2022. Prior to that, I was very disappointed in myself. I felt like I was on a hamster wheel. I was trying to make an income. I was trying to do anything I could to make money from home. And I was literally failing miserably at that until I discovered this process. You guys, I'm a mom. I have 6 kids. I only have 2 left at home. And now I'm a grandma to 5. And spending time with them, you guys, is just the most important thing to me. And so I was working a lot of hours to try to make an income from home. And I was ready to give it up. I mentally was exhausted. I would look in the mirror and I'm like, how the hell did you get here? I thought I'd be further along. I thought I'd have more time with my family. And this process, here's what it was for me. And it was a post, by the way, that I discovered on Facebook. I didn't need to see no video. It was what she had said in that. It said no MLM, said no monthly expenses. It said learn the 2-hour workday. It said learn how to make 300 in daily pay. And I'm like, 300 a day, that's 109,000 a year. That would be a dream come true if I could follow that and do that in working 2 hours a day. And then it said 100% profit. And right there's where I put the brakes on. I'm like, whoa, how do you make 100% profit? So I sent her a message and I said, I saw your post on Facebook. I'm curious, how do you make 100% profit? And she said, because the company creates the website for us and they charge for the website fee. So we don't, I go, so there's no tech involved? Because you guys, that was one of the things I was always struggling at of looking at digital marketing, because I thought you had to create a website. I thought you had to build all of this. Then I thought you had to know code and pixels and all this stuff. I didn't realize you could have a done for you process where you could make 100% profit. And so that's when I took the leap of faith and I started my journey, and I was blown away. I was blown away by the system, how it was paint by numbers. I was blown away that I could literally master this 2-hour workday. I did launch my business on TikTok because I loved that it was short form videos. I loved the fact that I could do everything from an app. Matter of fact, you guys, I have built my business from 4 apps. It's the TikTok app, my email app, and my program app. Kajabi is a program, and our community app is a school app. Four. And I'm able to I achieved 6 figures in 6 months. That turned into my first million online in 17 months. And this was a gal in August of 2022. I was disappointed in myself and I thought I never could have success. And I'm telling you right now, if you are willing to be coachable and willing to be, and here's my biggest tip, consistent. I just was ignorance on fire when I did this. I was willing to be coachable and I was willing to be consistent. And I have shown up every single day for the last 20 months. And that is why I've had success, because I'm promoting a program that's in high demand. I've automated my business. I've stayed consistent, and I've just been super coachable. So I'm telling you what, sky's the limit, my friends. If you are willing to follow a proven process, you will absolutely love that. So with that being said, Tim, I'm going to let you take it away. 5 minutes, Tim.
Awesome. Timer's set up, ready to go. Here we go. Just get ready. Hey guys, my name is Tim, and I am a dad of 5 kids, and I live out here in California. And I was in the corporate world. My story is probably very different than a lot of people. I literally come from the corporate world. I spent 25 years there, and I was never really home. The best way to describe it, when I say I was never home, I always had a cell phone. I was on a laptop. They came into my office after 25 years, and they sat me down and said my role had been eliminated. I don't know about you, but you ever lost a career that you really just You did enjoy it, but there was a lot of things that you didn't like about it, but you showed up anyway and did it because as we're raised, right? We're kids. I had 5 brothers and sisters. Sit down, shut up, and listen as we were raised, right? You do exactly what you're told, not as I do, right? And then we get good grades, go to school, do all that, settle down, marry, have a family, get a home, and have a career, and then retire. Who put in the comments one if you've ever heard that story before, because that's how I lived, that's how I was raised, right? And I did all that, and I never thought my wildest dreams where I was in my career, never thought in my wildest dreams I would have lost my career, because I was an impactful player in that company, massively impactful for the decisions and the direction where that company went. And it's a company that y'all well know, just so you're clear. But here I am. I said, you know, I got laid off, and then I said I went home for 5-6 months and kind of decompressed. The elephant came off my shoulders. I got to date my wife again. I actually got to know my kids again. It's really funny if you ever lose it and you kind of like decompress from that role. You're like, holy crap! You never realize the weight. That was the one thing I never realized: the weight, the stress, the pressure. How I showed up. I showed up ready. I always say the corporate armor that we put on before we go to work, so we don't have to show a smile. We laugh at people that we wouldn't laugh at normally. We would just say, yes, this is what I need to do. But here's what I realized. After being home, I said I never wanted to go back. I actually flew 4 different in other states from California for interviews to other companies. And the one thing, I get on that plane and get ready to come home, and I go, and these were good companies. I would come home and I go, I just can't do this again. I just can't. I got home. I started to see some things around the home. And I will say something for you. A lot of you guys that are dads out there, you need to be home with your kids. They need you as they need as much as your moms. Their relationships and the things that I talk about nowadays, the gaming, the movies we watch. I'm telling you, this business is way more than just all the money you're going to hear. It is way more than the noise you just heard in my background. But we're at home. We stay at home dads here. Come on, this is the best. I hear a lot more than that normally, and I got to be under my 5 minutes. But here's what I'm going to say to you. We're home. This is what it's about. Stay at home dads. Your kids need you. If there's anything I could ever tell you, you may not know it because that's not how you were raised. They need you more than you can ever possibly imagine. And I will just say this to you. I came across a video just from Michelle here that actually just said you can learn the skills how to make $300 a day. Well, I was at a point where I had started looking for an online business, and I'm like, there was 3 things that I was looking for in an online business. Number 1, can I talk to somebody if I ever get stuck? Like, you know how it is, like, okay, can I talk to somebody? I'm 55 years old at the time. I just needed to know what I could do. It's 56 actually. Can I get help if I need it? They said they had training. So I'm like, okay, they said all these things. Now it's like, okay, I'll do it. So I made a decision, believe it or not, in one night. We were in the hospital. My son had surgery, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, okay, showed my wife, I said, what are you thinking? I said, you know what? I'm going to. But literally, I made a decision on this business in one night, just so you know. Now, as I got into here, I'm going to give you 5 tips that I think are the most important things. And my story, even before the tips I give you, I want you to share something with you. I didn't make any income for the first 3.5 months. Don't get nervous. Oh my God, what am I doing this for? I want to share something with you. I'm about on the verge of hitting $200,000 in less than 13 months. And I made no income for 3.5 months. The key behind that story, though, is these 5 tips. See, one day, and I own that, though. I own that because, see, that moment, the reason I didn't make any income, I never talked to my mentor. I never said a word to her. I, believe it or not, I'm an introvert, a very loud one, but I'm an introvert. And here's the thing about that is I never asked her a question. That's why I tell you, I own that, right? So we own the decisions we make, we own where we're at. And I understood that. So the day I asked, it was July 27th. It's the day that'll always go down in history for me, is we were on a Zoom call. And here's the thing, I did every training, everything. I showed up every day, every training. And then all of a sudden we had questions back and forth. 4 questions later, 3 days later, I started making daily pay 11 days straight. And then in 14 days, I made my first $4,050. Why do I tell you that? Is because there are 5 things I believe you need to be to have a successful online business. Number 1, you have to be coachable. When I tell you sit down, shut up and listen, or you won't get hurt, that was what our parents said to us. when we're running around like crazy and your kids are driving your parents nuts. Well, we were part of that. Sit down, shut up, listen. Trust me when I tell you, I say that out of love and kindness. Number two, this is really important because you have to be consistent every day. You're going to hear something about the common denominator about all these people that are actually doing the six figures. They're very consistent. There's not a problem that gets in the way where they don't show up for the people, because you're not doing this business for yourself. You're doing it for other people just like you, trying to get out of whatever or add on to whatever better life you want to have. Be clear on that. So number three, which I think is the most important tip I could ever give anybody, the greatest tip I can possibly give you is to be authentic. I am me. There's only one unique person about me. You know, I tell people my golfing stories. I tell people my struggles. I'm okay with that because I am human. I am like anybody else. I just did and made better, different choices. Not necessarily better, different choices. I chose to show up. I chose to be coachable because I am not giving anybody back my time. To think of one thing, I gave 25 years of my life to someone else. And now they can come into your office and go, we don't need you anymore. Thank you for your time. And thank you. Have a good day. But number four, so I said coachable, number one, being consistent with the right message. Three, be yourself. It is so cool. There's something refreshing about not having to put a costume on, put armor on, any of that, and just be yourself, talking about, hey, because I realize not everybody's going to see what I see. They're not going to purchase. Not every person that comes on there is going to do it, but there's a lot of people that do. And I will say, I said, number four is have patience and grace. Because I knew for 3.5 months, I had patience and I had grace on myself. And number five, we're going to talk about heavily is your mindset. I am not the person that started on March 8th of 2023. I am not the same person that I am today. So if there's anything, I will leave it on this final note. You're at a place where there's a bunch of people. I did a mentoring call for my community. I was on there for 4.5 hours answering questions. Because the leadership and the example that Michelle's given us, we're here for you to be successful. It's just a choice. Whether you do it or you don't, it's your choice. It's going to be okay. But there are people out here on this call today that are sick and tired of being sick and tired of where they're at. I just want you to know there's people like myself, Michelle, and you're going to meet a bunch of other people that are willing to do a training and give of their time so you're successful. We know this works. See, we don't have a doubt. We have no problem. We're here for you. We will guide you along your way, and just get in here as fast as you can, because I'm telling you, it is absolutely life-changing. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, the change. Thanks.
What was number five?
Mindset.
There you go. Somebody asked what number five was. So.
Oh, no worries. Mindset, all about the head.
Yeah, there you guys go. Awesome. Thank you, Tim. And I'm so proud of your success. And you said what? You're just a little bit shy of 200,000 in 13 months?
Yeah, I'll hit it this month.
Yay.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So next we are going to have Marianne come on and share her journey to six figures. And she's going to share with you guys her biggest tip. So Marianne, I'll let you take it away.
Welcome, everybody. Anybody who is on this call is definitely in the right place. You are in the right place. If you don't know who I am, my name is Marianne. I'm 60 years young, and I refuse to work until the day I die. I'm not doing it. I celebrate every single Friday. I will never, ever punch another time clock. Not in this lifetime. I will never have someone tell me when to go to the bathroom, when to go to lunch, or when to go home. It's not happening. When I say that you are in the right place at the right time, you are definitely in the right place. Our training is top notch. I honestly believe that you couldn't even get this kind of training and mentorship inside our community. Yes, Tim did do a training. What was that? Monday night, Tim? And we were on there for 4.5 hours. You can ask anybody anything, and they are going to jump in and help you. Mindset is key. You've got to get out of your stinking thinking. You have to. Nothing's going to change if you don't change it. I knew absolutely nothing about this business in May when I signed up. I didn't even get my system set up until August. I own that. It's totally my fault. We were selling our house and we became full-time RVers. And if you're really looking to live life on your terms, you need to be here. We are in Wisconsin right now, but for the last 6 months, we have been in Texas, we've been in Arizona, and we've been in Florida. This has absolutely given me my life back. I paid off thousands and thousands and $1,000 of credit cards. This is amazing. It is totally amazing. It has changed my life. And we are all here to help you guys change yours. Just get out of your stinking thinking. Is it easy? No, but you've got to keep plugging in. You've got to be on the mentoring calls. You have to do the daily video, and your business will just continue to grow and grow and grow. And that's exactly what I've done. And I just hit over 100K last Monday. If I can do it, you all can do it.
So let me ask you a question. What do you feel is the hardest part of this business?
Michelle, I honestly don't believe there is a hard part, but they have to stay consistent. They have to stay consistent. They have to be on those mentoring calls. You know, if you go to a job every day and you screw off, how long are you going to have that job? You're not going to have it very long. You've got to be consistent and do what Michelle tells me. If she says jump, I ask her how high. No, not really. But it's been amazing and it's been life-changing for me.
Share real quick before I pass on to the next person. When I love what you said about how because I give you a daily video every day in the community, how that really helped you.
It keeps me on point. I learn something new every single day. If there's something new, Michelle's going to bring it to us. We learn something new every single day. And that's what's kept me on track from day to day to day. That's very important. Very important.
Awesome. Love it so much. And congratulations. I'm so proud of you. And it's so awesome to watch
Thank you.
Your journey. So good. All right, guys. Now we are going to pass it over to Wendy, and she's going to share her story with you because she is speed lightning in this business.
Okay, welcome. I'm so excited to be here. I am coming at you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, but normally I'm in Ontario. So I'm out here, out west at my brother-in-law's place and sitting on his beautiful porch. Guys, I gotta just say, I'm a grandma from Ontario. I became a grandma 7 years ago. And when I became a grandma, something in my heart, in my head, in my mind, I just was like, I want to spend every moment and make memories with these little girls, because we realize how fast time is evaporated from us. I was raised with the mindset, make necessary sacrifices to provide for your family, and I did. I worked long weekends. I worked holidays. I missed special moments with my girls growing up, and it still brings me to tears when I think about it because I can't get that time back. But dang it, I can do something different now. And so I was on a hunt. I was looking. I was praying. God, please help me to find something online. I tried. I found this really expensive program. I tried. I gave it my all. But guys, I thought I was under the impression I had to spend a lot to make a lot. Okay? You don't have to spend a lot to make a lot. But I did, and it didn't work. After 3 long years of giving myself to that, I was like, I had to cut my losses and say, this is not working. I tried affiliate marketing, made like 25% commission. And when I saw Michelle and she was telling me I can make 100% commission, I was like, yeah, say what? Like, what is she talking about? I'm like, okay, Michelle, bring it. Tell me more, right? I watched it. It didn't take me very long because I had already been in the online space and I had something to compare it to. I was comparing what she was saying to all these things that I had tried and didn't work. And I was like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. I didn't care if God took 4 years to answer my prayer. He's like, Wendy, I taught you a lot. You're going to use what I taught you for this. And I believe I did because I was like friggin' excited. I had my mindset right. I totally believed in this 1000%. And then I just hit the ground running. Yesterday, what are we, Wednesday today? Wednesday, yeah, right? I don't even know what day it is. I'm on holidays. Tuesday this past week was 11 weeks that I've been doing this business. I got to tell you, friends, I'm a Canadian, so I'm making Canadian bucks here, and I'm going to share it with you in Canadian dollars. I can't even wrap my brain around it, but I'm at 220. No, what is it? 220,000. See, I can't even wrap my brain around it. I don't even know that number. Like, I can't. It's more than my husband and I make in 2 years. I have made our income, both of us, 2 years in under 3 months. Right? I mean, somebody like pinch me. I'm dreaming. I must be in heaven. I don't know. It's blowing my mind and I cannot help but share it. Now, one piece of advice I have, and I say to everybody, the road to success has potholes. Expect the road to not be easy, because I see people think it's like, oh, this will be easy. You will come across obstacles. I don't care if it's your family telling you that, oh, everything online is a scam. You can get, there'll be all of a sudden your mindset's shooting off because your family or friends are telling you, what the heck are you doing? That you've fallen for some kind of thing. Or it could be like, you might experience a techie problem. Your computer might fall. Like, you will have roadblocks, you will have potholes, but you just push through and you get through them. I don't care what it is. Everything is fixable. Everything is fixable. Some take a little longer than others, but everything is a fixable thing and you can do it. You can get over that pothole and don't let it stop you. That's what I'm like. I came across many obstacles, many potholes that I was like, oh my goodness, this boom, what the heck, like different things. And I'm like, no, Wendy, everything's fixable. I'm like, okay, let's fix it. How can I do it? Right? And when you think that way, we're talking about mindset. A lot of people mentioned it. Your mind will all of a sudden say, it'll agree with you. It'll say, okay, let's figure out how to fix this. Your mind will go to work on your behalf to try to figure out how to fix something. And that is what you do. You just push through. If you're having struggles in this area, you say, okay, how can I get better? What am I doing that's not the same as somebody else? Because the system, I tell people, the system is the same. It doesn't care if you're a young mom. It doesn't care if you're an old grandma like me. The system is the same. We all use the same system. It's the operator that needs to tweak, change, fix, whatever. You look at yourself and you say, what can I do to better myself today to achieve the results that I want? And I'm not going to let anything stop me. Nothing. I say to people, this is the best thing since sliced bread. So you're in the right place. I can honestly tell you this from the bottom of my heart, because I've tried numerous things and lost a lot of money, but I didn't ever lose hope. So there you go. That's me from Calgary, Alberta here.
Oh, I love it so much. Thank you so much for sharing. I love your story, and yeah, rapid success. And you're just living proof that you can not have success at other things, and you just got this and you plugged into it and you become coachable, and look what's happened to you. And congratulations. And how cool. More money than what did you say, in a year? In 2 years. That is absolutely amazing. So, thank you so much for sharing. Now, you guys, we're going to go to a single mom story. How's that? For all you single moms out there that are working your face off to support your family, I'm going to have Amy come and share her journey to 6 figures working 2 jobs. So Amy, I'll let you take it away. Did we lose her?
There we go.
Oh, there
Welcome,
you are.
everyone. I was muted. I apologize. Look, I'm not tech savvy. Let's just get it out of the way right there. But really, from my heart, I welcome you tonight because this is the first step that you've taken. It may be a little bit uncomfortable to even think about doing something like this. And what I want to say to you is I ran across Michelle a year ago. I just celebrated 1 year. And I'm a little bit different. I'm kind of, I had all the cards stacked against me. My daughter actually put me on TikTok, and that's how I found out about this. I knew nothing. I'd never done MLM, online business. I wasn't even online. So all I knew how to do was work my butt off. I was working 2 jobs, 18 hours a day for many, many years. And the reality hit that I had started losing my relationship with my children because those jobs always came before them. I was sick and tired of struggling, and I just wanted something better. And it breaks my heart even today because I lost so many memories with them because I was always at work. Unfortunately, I got divorced, and that's such a horrible statistic, but it's reality. I got left to raise 3 kids on my own. 1 job wasn't enough, so I had to get another one. So I come to you as a single mom, as working 2 jobs and not knowing absolutely anything about any of this. I was scared. I didn't think I could do it, but I wanted something better, and I knew that if I didn't do something to change it, I was going to lose my relationship with them. 1 year ago, I decided to come into this community and give it all that I could give, even though I was working 18 hours a day, even though I didn't know anything. And the one thing that I promised myself was that I was going to do it not only for me, but I was going to do it for my kids because I was tired of struggling, and it's hard being broke. It's hard. But the number one thing that I can give you is consistency. You need to show up for yourself. That is the one thing that has kept me going. 2 to 3 hours every day, in between 2 jobs, 45 minutes in the morning, every lunch break, every in between both jobs, every extra 15, 20 minutes I had, I was in that community. I was on those Zooms. I was listening. I was learning because I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything. I was in the trucking industry for over 20 years and waitress part-time. I didn't know anything, but I was willing to learn, and I was consistent. Long story short, this single mom started learning and earning very quickly. And by 10 weeks, I was not only able to quit 1 of those jobs, but both of them in 10 weeks. It blew my mind. I became a stay-at-home mom for the first time. I could just jump in the car and go wherever I wanted because the system that was actually given to me it was on automations. And it's out there working for me. So it's still generating me an income, paying the bills. By 9 months in, you guys, I hit 100 grand. I just celebrated 1 year with this community, and I am well over 200 grand earned. It's much easier having money in the bank. I'm going to tell you that right now. Much easier. But in this last year, I've not only paid off every bit of debt that I've had, I was able to pay off a car loan. I had just gotten a car 2 years ago, paid it off. I have no debt. I have money in 4 different accounts. I've booked 3 trips with my kids that I never could have done, ever, ever. And now I get to put me and those kids first. I'm rebuilding those relationships. So from me to you, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're tired of the hustle and you just want your family back, you want it. This is my first summer ever in my life that I get to enjoy it. That's all because of this program. If you show up and you're consistent every single day for 2 to 3 hours and you're willing to put in the work for it, you can be just as successful. And I say success is in so many different ways, not just the money. Not just the money. It can give you a whole new life. So thank you for your time. And I hope tonight's the first day of a new life for you.
So awesome. I love your story. And yeah, that felt good to say. You got your first summer ever that you can do whatever you want.
I used to sit at work and cry because my kids were at home and I could never take them on a trip. I would literally cry at work because it broke my heart. I felt defeated as a mom that I couldn't give that to them. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for taking action and learning something you had no idea about.
Oh, I know. And we're just getting started.
That's right.
Getting started.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so
Thank you,
much for
guys.
sharing. Ooh, so good. All right, guys, we're going to pass it over to Daryl. He's going to come on here and share his story with you. Daryl, you should be unmuted.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Hey, awesome, awesome. Man, I love all those testimonials, love all those testimonials. So guys, I'm just going to be real, genuine, authentic, and just raw because I want you guys to understand something. You don't have to come from money, first and foremost. I'm just a country boy from the state of Missouri who grew up in a shotgun house with a single mom and 14 kids that slept on a wood floor with no cover and a box fan. That's the God honest truth. So you don't have to come from money. You don't have to. I mean, I grew up getting in a house getting $700 for food stamps and a $300 welfare check, raising 14 siblings. My mom did. So I just wanted to get that out the way because a lot of times people think they got to come from money. You got to have money passed down. It has nothing to do with that. So a little bit about myself, guys. Again, if you know my story, I worked as a welder for 14 years at a job. I was a 3-time employee of the month. Showed up every week, volunteered. I'm to a true company man, no days off, miserable, almost lost my wife, almost lost relationship with my kids because I put the job before I put them. I mean, just miserable, still living paycheck to paycheck, behind on all my bills. Make a long story short, guys, I come in after giving that job almost 15 years of my life, blood, sweat, and tears. They came in on a Tuesday morning, make a long story short, and they fired me. They walked me out. I sat in the car crying, bawling. And I didn't even tell my wife for almost 2 days. I didn't tell you guys that. Not only was I homeless, and I didn't share this with you guys, but I actually stayed in a homeless shelter for 1 month, you know, because of that. Just, I mean, it was a lot, guys. It was a lot. I was at a really deep part of my life. And I told myself, I didn't want to work for anybody else. The fact that somebody could come in there and just snap their fingers after giving them, you know, almost 15 years, it was just too much for me. So I told myself, I had made up my mind, I didn't want to work for anybody. Make a long story short, guys, I came into the online space not knowing anything. I dabbled into a couple things, and I discovered this program right here through someone on January the 13th, and I joined on January the 15th. Now, before I get into my income, I want to share with you guys, and I had a whole bunch of things, but I just want to hit on a couple of them that they're on as far as like my success, and this is for me. So first and foremost, guys, my biggest thing is my why. You have to know why you're doing what you're doing. Why did you join? What was the reason why you joined this business? Because once you figure out the reason why you joined, that's what's going to keep you from quitting. If you don't have a real reason why you join, if Lord forbid, if Just because your website didn't get set up right, or you can't get your emails file sequences together, oh, it's the end of the day. Like, it's crazy how we can, we can stress this job and want to quit after 3 days, but we can work at a job for 20 years, taking orders and being bossed around and taking 30-minute lunches and 10 or 15-minute breaks, right? So you have to know why. My why is, guys, is simple. I don't want to give a job, somebody, an entity or a business, the fact that on any given Sunday, they can come in and be like, hey, we're downgrading. And you got to understand, if you're the person who's making the most money, you're going to be the person who get the axe first, because they're trying to cut back. So I didn't want to do that. I never wanted to put myself in a position where I was away from my family. I'm in a shelter. My wife's over here. My kids over here. I didn't want to have any, I want to control my own income, because I know the type of work ethic that I have, and I want my income to be based off my work ethic, and not because I'm working for a Fortune 500 company that's making billions of dollars and I'm only worth $22 an hour to that company. I didn't want to put myself in that. So you got to have a why. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Because your why is what's going to keep you going. I wrote these down, guys. I had to write these down. My next one, guys, is just staying consistent. No days off. When people ask me, Daryl, you're doing you're doing really well. Guys, I don't take any days off. It doesn't matter if I got the flu, pneumonia, COVID, like, I'm showing up. I'm consistent. I'm consistent with my 2-hour workday. It's in blocks. I don't do it all at one time, but it is like everything for me. If I'm doing 30 minutes here, my wife, my kids, the dogs, they know nobody touches my circle, right? And you have to show up, and you have to, for me, I post my 3 videos. I go live for an hour, answer my emails. That is structure. You have to have structure, once you take your business serious. The next thing for me, guys, is watching other people who are doing better than you. Guys, let me tell you something. I went from January the 15th to January 31st, I made $5,000. That was more than I ever made working 75 hours a week for a whole month, 12 hours a day, welding. And how my income ended up going from 5,000 to 8,000 in February, I watched Michelle, I watched Tim, I watched Marianne, I watched Amy, I watched Victoria, I watched Jimmy. I was watching those guys because they were making more money, they were doing more. And I just started mastering the 2-hour workday, because that's how important it is. And then my income went from 5,000 to 8,000, right? Again, showing up, not taking any days off, just continuing to learn. And then my next one, guys, is just being yourself. I think a lot of times when we're getting on video or whatever, we're trying to be somebody we're not. We're trying to be Michelle. We're trying to be Amy. We're trying to be Tim, right? It's good to follow them. And I learned a lot from all of those. And I put it together and I use it as myself. But I can only be who I am, because I know if you can just be yourself, you're going to attract. There's 8 billion people in the world. You're going to attract your own type of people, right? So me being myself and doing that, guys, again, my income went from 5,000 in January, 8,000 in February, to $38,600 in March. I had to pinch myself. I cannot tell you what type of income that is, guys. I mean, that's true life-changing income for me. And again, and then my 5th one, guys, is just staying consistent. Like, it is the biggest thing. There's nobody is going to have success without consistent. You can't work Monday and make a couple of dollars and take off Tuesday and Wednesday and come back. You have to work every day. You have to show up. Like I show up, guys. I keep a receipt from Regions years ago when my account was overdrawn $422.63. That's my motivation. That's why I stay consistent. That's why I show up. It doesn't matter how much money I make. I'm going to show up every day. Like, if I don't make money, my wife's going to leave me. I'm not going to have a relationship with my kids. They're not going to eat. That's the type of hunger you have to have. And you have to continue to learn from just everybody, but you just got to be yourself, right? And so it's crazy, because I remember one of the first people that I saw in this community was what's her name? Victoria, because she had made 6 figures in 5 months. And I wasn't even on TikTok then. I watched the TikTok train, I implemented, right? And I told myself I want to make 6 figures by the end of the year. That was my goal right out the gate. Guys, I hit 6 figures in 112 days, guys. That is a little bit over 3.5 months. Today is May the 15th. I joined on January the 15th, and I'm at a little bit over $110,000 in 120 days, which is just, I can't even tell you what that has done. I've paid off $27,000 in debt. The only other debt I have is about $15,000 for student loans, which will probably be paid off in the next 2 months max, guys. And I'm able to travel. Me and my wife are able to do stuff. I'm getting ready to go Monday for 3 days to Georgia. My daughter is planning for colleges down there. These are things, guys, I never got to do. I'm talking about 6 to 8 years. I missed out on this type of stuff. I'm getting ready to go to Jamaica. It's already paid for 8 people. I would have never not only had the time, but never been able to make that type of income to be able to take my whole family on a trip that was been on my bucket list probably since I was 12 years old. And so, guys, I just want you to understand that first and foremost, if you're here, this is the best business in the world. The fact that you can just work 2 hours a day and be able to learn skills that is going to pay you as long as the internet is around, because it's not going anywhere. It's almost like I wake up every day just like this, because I know that all I have to do is show up for 2 hours out of 24 hours. And I'm able to learn skills that's going to make me daily pay. That's going to have me living the life that I would have never. The only way I could have saw this coming was watching it, dreaming it on TV. And so now I'm actually living this, guys, all because of first of all because of a decision I made by joining when someone introduced it to me, because I could have kept on scrolling, right? But I joined, I've learned skills, and those skills are teaching me how to make daily pay. I'm a part of a thriving community, people who support me, who actually inspire me, who motivate me, and people who I can continue to learn from myself. And, I can name 1,000 other reasons, but those are just 5. Just, again, what is your why? You have to stay consistent, guys. No days off. Watching other people who are doing better, you learning from them, staying consistent, and just be yourself. You will attract your own audience, guys. And so, I'll leave you guys with this and I'll get off, Michelle. Guys, I had a millionaire mentor tell me this in 2018. He said, Daryl, you have to stop being poor, man. He said, you have to stop being poor. And he wasn't talking about where I come from. He was talking about my mindset, guys. I was living paycheck to paycheck, but he said, you have to stop passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. He said, and I realized that thought, that little thing that he implemented in me, guys, that is the reason why I'm going to be one of those 7-figure earners that Michelle creates in this program. I know I will be, right? Because I would have never even thought of making 6 figures in under 4 months, let alone for the whole year. But this is the power of what we have up here. And so anyway, I can talk all day, but again, guys, it can be one day for you, or it can be day one, guys. And I highly recommend it for your, if you're smart. I don't say if you're smart, but guys, I would make it day one if I were you, because this is the best business in the world, and we've got the best supporting cast around here. So thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you guys, and let's get it, guys.
I love it. I love that story. That's so good. One day or day one. So good. So now, you guys, I am honored to introduce to you guys our latest 6-figure income earner. I think she hit this morning like at 5:30 a.m. So none of us have ever heard her story or heard her talk. So we all get to learn from her and exactly her time frame she did it. I know it was under 2 months, you guys. So Jenna, I am going to unmute you and let you take it away, my friend.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I'm so honored to be here. I have to say, I have been watching Michelle for the longest. I was one of the original IPSers, and I am even on the video. And you know what? I never knew this whole world of automation. I'm a mom. My name is Jenna Stone. For all of you who don't know me, some of you do, some of you don't. I'm a mom. I'm level 56. I don't say my age because I am level 56. It empowers me because of my wisdom and what I got to really grow from this community. And I'm going to make it short and sweet because I promised Michelle, but I could talk for hours. And I can tell you one thing, this community not only has expanded my knowledge, it has condensed my vision. I know. Condensed my vision to the point where you look at it in bite-sized portions. That is something that I love. See, basic duplicates. Complications do not. So the two things that I say all the time, confused money makes no money. Scared money makes no money. this doll of a mentor, because I linked up with her and I said, I need to learn how to get my life back. I have 3 kids in college, 25, 24, and 23, and they live home. I'm not a grandma yet, not yet. So I'm going to take pointers, okay? But when I was in my 30s, I had my kids, 3 kids. I am a former teacher, and my story is a little different. My husband and I went to very good colleges. We both had great jobs, but something tragic happened. He actually got into a car accident, and I was left with 3 babies. So I was like a single mom because he had to learn how to walk, how to talk, how to feed himself. So I had to go as a teacher. I had to go and get a second job. Now, he lost his job, so he became a stay-at-home dad, and he had to relearn other skills. His banking job, which he was the breadwinner, would not take him back. They were like, no, thank you. So we never think this is going to happen because, you know, the dream was get married, go to school, get a job, get married, everything, right? So here I am in a cul-de-sac and I am struggling paycheck to paycheck. I had to quit my job. And the reason that I did that is because I either was going to be a terrible teacher or a sucky mom. Okay. I couldn't do both. I almost had like an epiphany that you have to really not get burned out because I am a strong woman. But you know what? I was putting up pretenses. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was like, what is going on? I was just like Michelle. I was like, I deserve more than this. I know this happened. And sometimes we look at God and go, God, why me? But I said, God, try me, just try me. And I just pushed through and pushed through. And, you know, I'm happy to say I became debt free because of online. I turned to the online space because I was really tired. My parents were dying. I didn't have time to spend time with them. They are no longer with me. But you know what? I made it happen. And so what I wanted to share of the utmost is that we don't think about people when they come to us and they look at us all crazy eyes and say, oh, this is a scam. Do you know what scam stands for? Still confused about money. These people think that we have a scam. No, the scam is that we were brainwashed to grow up, to stop dreaming, to adults, and to go to school and get a job. J-O-B. Daryl, I've known him for years. Poor is a great analogy. Job, just over broke. Job, just jumping over bills. I mean, I can go on and on. At the end of the day, sometimes you have to go through the mess to get to success. I thank God for every struggle. I thank God for everything that happened to me because it made me who I am today. This business needs grit. So if I have to give you a couple of tips, the first one is you have to have grit. You have to have that thinking that everything is figure outable, everything, okay? Nothing is above you. Your mindset tells you, no, you can't do it. But you know what? When somebody says that's impossible, I did it in 55 days. I said to myself, I was going to do it. I was going to hit 6 figures. And yes, when people ask me, do I have a following? Absolutely, I have a following. But you know what? 19,000 people aren't buying from me. Maybe 100 people I got reactions from. So I had to step out of my comfort zone and learn Michelle's way. Now I am on TikTok barely, but I started faceless. I did today go on my story. I went on my story, and I did a very quick video, and I was proud of myself because it was hard for me to do short content. So it's a step. So I'm learning that from Michelle. This community, I'm learning so much from everybody. I get a lot of messages in my inbox. I try to answer all of them. And all I can tell you is don't ask me tech questions. I don't know them. I'm not a techie person. What I love about this system, it's automated. It's done for you. All you need to do is just plug in and just be coachable. Be coachable, be teachable. And you don't have to learn everything overnight. Geez, oh my gosh. Don't worry. Everything will come in order. Just learn a little, go apply it, and stay motivated. It is supposed to be hard. This is brand new. Tiger Woods didn't wake up and become a millionaire and learn golf overnight. He was doing it from, 5 years old. Don't compare your chapter 2 to anybody's chapter 22. It's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to fight through it. You're supposed to have grit. So my best tips to you is have the moxie, have that grit, have that mindset that no matter what cards you are dealt, you don't have to play them. You could trade them in, you could start over, you could refocus, reprogram, and just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it just because they gave up, just because they stopped dreaming. When you're a kid, all you do is dream. When you become an adult, you forget your dreams and you end up at a job, and it sucks the life out of you. I love teaching, don't get me wrong, but you know what? I didn't like the pay. I didn't like living paycheck to paycheck. One time that car, my truck, almost got repossessed, and I'm in the cul-de-sac. So embarrassing. Negotiating with him. I never wanted to be that way. So if you're struggling, just know being poor or being broke happens. Staying there is a choice. So look in the mirror and say, you know what? I don't care how much money I'm making right now. That's just paper. I'm worth more. I'm worth more. I'm priceless. I'm going to keep doing what I have to do for freedom. So Michelle's taught me, the automations gave me my life back, because with my kids living home, I have a brand new baby boy. His name is Bentley. Yeah, I'm not pregnant. It's a puppy, because last year I lost 3 dogs, adult dogs. So I'm a dog mom. I absolutely love the fact that I put my automations on. Greek Easter, I made money. Mother's Day, I made money. I wake up and I cannot believe that I don't have to be married to my phone, married to Zooms, married to just worrying about when my next dollar is going to come from. That has never happened. I learned that all here. So to recap, 5 quick tips for you. Number 1 is know that being broke happens. Getting out of it is a choice. So your mindset is number 1. Number 2, your past tense is not your life sentence. Please, whatever happened in the past is failure, and you fail fast forward. Failure, F-A-I-L, first attempt in learning. That's right, you have to fail to succeed. First attempt in learning. Don't take failure as it's something bad. You cannot worry about what's going to happen to you. Fear, on the other side, is faith. Okay. And the last thing I want to tell you, I think that's the last thing. I could talk on and on. I just love this program. The road to success, somebody said it is filled with potholes. There's mountains and there's valleys, okay? The mountains are great. When you climb one, guess what? It's great to be on the top. You got to go back down again and climb another mountain. So just don't get stuck in the valley. Don't pitch a tent there. Nobody's going to come to save you in the valley. You need to understand that you're going to make it no matter what. The only way you can fail is if you quit. If you quit, you're done. And I love every single lesson that Michelle puts in the 90-day challenge. So I'm going to plug the $900 program right now, because I'm the queen of it. When people ask me about it, I tell them straight up, you have to do legacy, because it just ties everything together. It's like, I have a mother-in-law. I love her to pieces. I tell her, how do you make your baked clams? They never taste as good as yours. And every time I make them, she goes, oh, I didn't tell you to put a little bit of onion. No, you didn't tell me the onion. That's how I feel about Legacy Builders. It has all the ingredients. It's got every component, and it ties it together. I love, love, love the fact that Michelle has made it bite-sized. So make sure that you're consistent. Your why is strong. Because all the stuff that was already said, I'm just repeating, but it's so true. And stay focused. And then also, don't pour out of an empty cup. If you're ever feeling drained, okay, because everything in the cup is to give to other people. But when you start spilling, that's for you. That's for you. Don't overdo it. Don't burn out, because that happened to me. And all you need to do is just disconnect, go and read. Take some time and read, because this is personal development. Okay. This is personal development with a paycheck, and we have a blessing in our mouth. So when you're sharing it with people, understand that that's for them. That's not for you. You're sharing. So don't be afraid to share. I mean, God, damn, you bothers me 55 million times a day. Think about that, right? They're showing me things. I'm like, what? I don't even need anything. So don't be afraid to share. It's not recruiting. You're just sharing from your heart. And when you share from your heart, I love your shirt, Michelle. I call myself a hope dealer. My acronym is a little bit different. Help one person every day. When you help people solve their problems, God helps you. We're in the people business. We are not in the product business. You are selling yourself, and you are selling hopes and dreams. I hope that everybody on this call knows that you have a blessing in front of you. Don't take it for granted. We learn from everybody here. I've never met a more supportive community. We share with our hearts and we grow. And I attribute it all to Michelle, because she sets the tone. She's such an amazing mentor, and she set the bar for us so high. Okay, but that's good, because you have this strength. Last thing that I'm going to tell you, and I know my time is up. Every life form reaches its fullest capacity except humans. Think about it. Mr. Tree, how many leaves you going to grow? As many as I can grow. How many roots are you going to grow? As many roots as I can grow. Mr. Lion, how fast can you run? As fast as I can go. Gazelle, how fast can you run? As fast as I can go to get away from the lion. Every life form reaches its maximum capacity except for human beings. And do you know why? Because we have been given the dignity of choice. We've been given the dignity of choice. Choose well, my friends. You have a life. It's too short to be little. Spend time with your families, your loved ones. Travel. I've been able to do so much more now than ever before, because I'm not present in front of my family. People say, why are you on your phone? And I was embarrassed to say, I need to be on my phone. That's my business. But now I'm like, I leave it home. I go out freely. I come back, and there's money there because of the system, the brilliant system that we learned here. And thank you again, Michelle, because without you, you would be so lost. And again, we would still make money, but you can always make more money. You can never make more time. So live on your own terms 24/7 and go out there and make it happen. Thank you so much for allowing me to share.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I love that. So you guys, now I'm going to pass it over to Victoria, you guys, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and she's going to share her story, how this business has impacted her. And yes, you guys, I'm going to get to more of the program here. We got 2 more people, then we're going to get to that. I can promise you guys. Okay. So Victoria, I will let you take it away.
Okay, hey. I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet, because I know everyone is like sitting tight. Oh, and my light is going on and off. So we're gonna be doing this kind of in the dark. Anyway, hey you guys. All right, so I am Victoria. I am a stay-at-home mama. I have 3 little boys. 2 of them are special needs. Like, my oldest is autistic. And my husband is active duty Army. And so when I found this, we were living paycheck to paycheck. Put a 1 in the comments if you are currently living paycheck to paycheck. Or if you were living paycheck to paycheck when you started this, put a 1 in the comments. Because you guys, at least in America, 62% of us are living paycheck to paycheck, right? And so what happened was we were living off of my husband's Army paycheck, waiting on the next one. I had my own online boutique. Prior to that, I had dabbled with MLM. When I say dabbled, I mean, I spent 7 years in an MLM, okay? Because I wanted to try to find a way to work from home. You guys, if you are on this call, that means that you too have been trying to find a way to work from home, because who in their right mind would not want to work less and make more? Who in their right mind would not want more time freedom to do the things that you want to do, right? And so that's why I initially started doing MLM. And this is not an MLM, okay? But I did that for 7 years because I wanted more time with my kids. But what I really got was my face glued to my phone with my kids over here going, mommy, mommy, mommy. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to make $7 on a mascara because that's what I thought I had to do to work from home. And so I got stuck in the cycle of parties and recruiting and salesy posts and cold messaging and follow up and all of these things. And so when we're talking about making $900 a day, working 2 hours a day, I couldn't fathom that because I spent 7 years in that world where for me to make $900, I had to get 128 customers. And so then I'm seeing somebody saying, hey, you can actually only work 2 hours a day. You better believe I was the first in line to throw hands and be like, that's a scam. It's got to be another MLM. It's got to be a pyramid. It's got to be like, I'm trying to justify it in my head because we are so conditioned to believe that if you want to make more, you need to work more, right? We're told, hey, go get a college degree. Go and like, once you have your degree, go get a 9-to-5. And if you're not making enough there, go get another job and work overtime and another job, right? Until the day that you freaking die. That is what we are told. And so like, I was always trained to think that way. And so I was mega skeptical. So I want you to understand, if you are here and you're sitting there and you're saying, okay, well, all of this, you know, these are pretty words, like sounds too good to be true. You are not alone. You're actually sitting with a room of people who had the same thoughts. Dead honest. Okay. When I went into this, when I tell you it was a Hail Mary for me, we were in a position where I needed a new transmission. I needed 6 rental cars while my car was in the shop for 6 weeks. I needed new tires. And all of this was while my online boutique like completely failed. I hadn't made a sale in there in 6 weeks. And so when I tell you this was a Hail Mary, you guys, this was like okay, I'm doing this, but I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it like to try to make $1,200 a month. Okay. When I tell you these numbers, I want you to understand that I have been broke as a freaking joke. I have worked 3 jobs. I have been in a position where I was living in a tiny apartment. My tub spit up rust and grime, and I could not even afford heat for 6 months. Like, oh my gosh, like Jenna was saying, it is not a decision to be broke, but it is your decision to stay there. I say this all the dang time. So when I dove into this, I was praying I would make $1,200 a month. In my first month alone, I made $29,000. I've never seen an income like that in even a year. You guys, no joke, in even a year. In 2022, with my online boutique, I made $16,000 for the year. That was with my online boutique, okay? So when I hit that in my first month doing this, my husband and I are sitting here saying over and over, this is crazy. This is insane. Like, what is this? Like, this is a gold mine, right? I started to realize, man, something that sounds too good to be true actually can be good and true at the same dang time. 5 months and 8 days in, I hit my first 6 figures. And now I am 9 months in. I'm not even to 10 months yet, you guys. And I am now over $300,000 in less than 10 months. I actually hit 300K yesterday, and now I'm already at about 310. Like, that's in a 24-hour span, okay? That is how wild this is. The last 4 weeks, I've made over $100,000, and that's with the launch of this program. All right, with the launch of this, that is what we have here, you guys. It is a freaking unicorn gold mine opportunity. So the 3 things I'm going to tell you, these are the 3 things, because everything that everybody else has already told you about what it takes to be successful, I could echo on that time and time again about being coachable, being consistent, having the right mindset. Abso-freaking-lutely, every one of those things. The one thing that I will, or 3 things that I will say. Number 1, I am a shares person, not a salesperson. 100% of the time, I am being a shares person. That means I'm relating with people. Okay. So when I am like, I create content, that's what I do in part of my 2-hour workday. I create content. I am doing that with the intention to relate with somebody. So I talk about my life. I talk about being a boy mama, having special needs kids, being an army wife, like, and I'm sharing about what I have found, because there are plenty of people on the internet, if you're just scrolling, that could say, hey, you guys, do you want to learn how to make 900 a day and work 2 hours a day? Say me. Like, there's plenty of people that could say that. Those are the salespeople, right? But when you are connecting with somebody, when you are sharing, it hits a completely different way. Ask yourself this: if you go and buy furniture at a store, are you more likely to buy from the salesperson that's following you around, that's just like, okay, you want this couch, let's go buy this, right? Or the person that's getting to know you, getting to know what you want in your furniture, or things like that. All right, wildly different. Second thing I'm going to tell you is it takes a CEO mentality. You guys, nobody, Michelle has said this before, nobody has ever made six figures with their hand being held. Now, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. You don't need a mentor to succeed here. You don't need a mentor, because everything is spelled out for you Barney style. I mean, the way that the entire program is set up is basically holding your hand. But you have to have the CEO mentality to know, okay, if I need help, I'm going to utilize the search bar. I'm going to utilize our community. I'm going to utilize these videos. I'm going to be proactive in making this work for me. You have to have a CEO mentality, okay? The third thing, every single time that I am creating content, I do it with the intent to get somebody to stop their scroll to listen to me. I do it with the intent to set myself apart from every other piece of content that they see on the internet. Talking about TikTok, for example, because where I market, I do everything on TikTok. Doing that, my intent is to get someone to stop their scroll for me in 2 seconds. When you are relating with people, when you're being a shares person and you're doing this with the intent to get somebody to stop their scroll, my goodness, you guys, like, you can go from 0 to hero, like, in a month. I'm not kidding you. And so I want you to understand that wherever you're at right now, whatever the first half of the year was for you, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. Put it behind you. I started this July 19th of last year. I was broke July 19th of last year, and I ended 2023 as a six-figure income earner. So where do you want to be at the end of this year? You have that decision to make right now. So that is my story of how I've made over 300 grand in the last 9.5 months. And I cannot even tell you guys, the most exciting thing for me with this entire journey is seeing the fruit of me sharing. And what I mean by that is, like, the people that have gotten a program and then seeing them come home to their babies, leaving their jobs, and now making like their first six figures and so on and so forth. I have a couple people that I know that, like, I have helped them become six-figure income earners because I said yes to this, right? And so one of my girls, she's not able to share tonight, but I want to tell you a little bit about Chrisanne. She was going to share and she's not able to tonight, but she is a mama to 5. She does acting and all of these multiple jobs on the side. And she wanted to add this to her plate, even though she's like so busy. She's got all of this stuff going on. And so she started this, I believe about 6 months ago. And in her first 6 months, she hit 100 grand. And now get this, because her parents watched her. I don't know if they're on here tonight, but her parents watched her for 4 months, and they watched her until she hit 80 grand. Okay. And then they said, you know what? Why not us? Like, even though they didn't know anything about tech or social media or anything like that too, but they saw their daughter do it. And so, and they are the cutest couple. I don't want to get their ages wrong, but I think they're like 64, 74, something like that. Okay. And they've never done this before. In their first month, they hit 10 grand. And so this is just, it's a ladder, right? Of the people that you impact and then the people that they impact. and it is changing lives. And it is the coolest freaking thing to be a part of. So that's a little bit of my story, and then Chrisanne's story. And now one of my other girls, Ashley, I get to introduce her to. She is also a stay-at-home mama, and she hit her first 6 figures very quickly as well. And I believe she's now over 165 grand in just a few months. I believe like 4 or 5 months, she can tell you. But Ashley, are you here?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited, my friends, and just so honored to be sharing with all of these superstars. But I really, really hope that you are catching a vision for what this can be for you. And I really, really hope that you are hungry, for change, that you are hungry to do what it takes to pivot. Because here is the reality. I'm a stay-at-home mama, and I have always wanted to be a stay-at-home mama, but that wasn't a choice for me in the beginning. And I went through the corporate world. I went through 3 layoffs through no fault of my own. And when that happened, it was actually a huge blessing, because I was like, this is going to be my opportunity to maybe go into network marketing and figure out that I can be home with my kids. And I spent 8 years in that space. And I love network marketing, and it can be good. But here's the thing, like, you're making a very small percentage. And the truth of the matter is that it is hard to win big in that space. And it is hard to help a lot of people win. And my goal and my heartbeat is to not only succeed, but help a lot of people find the freedom and unlock those chains that hold you back. And the truth is that you have chains, and maybe it is a financial chain, maybe it is emotional stress, maybe it is even a physical chain of like not being able to leave a job you don't like, or not being able to be home. But when you can bring extra income into your wallet, you will get options. And options will give you freedom, and it will allow you to choose what is important to you, but most importantly, what is not important to you and what you don't want in life. You don't want to have to work overtime. You don't want to have to miss out on your kids. You don't want to have to rely on the 9 to 5, because you are hearing a lot of consistency with people that have gotten laid off and realize the importance of another stream of income. You are hearing people that wanted more for their family. And I talk about this a lot. When you hit your D-Day, that is your desperation day, when you are ready for change. And after spending 8 years in network marketing and having some success and having some failures and the ups and downs, I got burnt out. And while I did have some financial freedom, I did not have time freedom. And I cannot tell you how much time I missed out on my kids. While we were home, I was still living on my phone. We would go on a vacation and I was hustling the next sale and I was messaging 1 million people. And this business is different. And I want you to know that this is a solution if you want it to be. I sat back and I watched for almost a year. And I actually bought another course that was debating between this and another course. I bought another course, and literally 3 days later, I bought this because it's a program, and a program that is interactive. You are going to get mentorship. You are going to get guidance. You can be a beginner. You don't have to have a following. You don't have to have tech skills, and it teaches you the automations so you can literally put your phone aside. This morning, I was getting my kids ready for school, and I had a $900 ding come in at 7:30. I had another $900 ding come in at 8:30. I had not even picked up my phone. And then I was walking with my husband, and I had another $900 ding come in while we were walking. And that is the power of what this is. And so if you catch the vision of what this can be, what has made the success for me, and I am, like Victoria said, I've made almost $69,000 in 4 months. And so when I saw this, I was working harder than ever in network marketing and my business was going down. And I sat back and I was like, this has got to be too good to be true, just like everyone else is on here has said. But I said, you know what? Like, what if it's not? I am sitting here watching the world go by and people make crap tons of money and I am missing out. And I knew about social media, but I said, if I can get this and I can learn just a little, then it's a win. And if I can resell one course, then I have made my money back. And that was my goal. Literally skeptical and my income was dropping. I was like, I will buy this. If I can help one person, then that's great. And then my goal would be to make a couple $1,000s. And I guarantee you, if you were to ask all these top earners, most people, and I know Michelle shares this, most people have a small goal. Like Michelle, I think wanted to make like in the 50,000s in her first year. I heard Victoria's story of making $29,000 in her first month. And I said, if she can do it, then I can do it. Because here's the thing. A lot of people have been to the moon, but it took one person. It takes one person to do anything in the world. And if one person can do it, then you can do it. But you have to have the grit. You have to have the consistency. You have to figure it out. And I made $22,000 in my first month. That is more money than I had ever earned in any corporate career in the medical field. That was any money, biggest month out of all my network marketing. And in my third month, I had a $50,000 month because I kept going. And what you will see is that the more that you serve other people, this is a business of helping others, casting vision, explaining what this is, helping them unlock freedom. And by helping other people, it's going to be an automatic win for you. And so the $900 may like blow your mind and you're like, how are people earning $50,000 in a month? You can get started. And if you plug in and follow the program, $10,000 can absolutely be attainable by the end of this month. And we have 2 weeks and you may be blowing your mind on that, but that is literally helping 11 people get started with the Legacy program. So this is not too good to be true. And I always cast vision for that legacy. So be real, be raw, do it messy, do it scared, because if you never get started, then you're going to fail. But I promise you, nobody will fail in this program if you show up, if you apply what you are learning, if you're coachable, if you're excited. And the other last thing is share daily. It is okay. You are not blowing up your feed. And I promise you that not every single person is in your feed every single day. The algorithm is different and there's a lot of different platforms, but don't set limitations for yourself, because the people on this call right now that have earned 6 figures, I guarantee you didn't set limitations. And some of the things that I see that people come to me and they're like, well, I'm not making any money, but I'm not going to post on my Facebook because I don't want my friends or my family to know. And I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. And I'm like, well, here's the deal. If you treat it like a business, you will get paid like a business. And if you are in a cubby hole, you will always stay there. And so you have got to get out of that. You are not a flipping tree. Go move, go break the chains, because this absolutely is a life-changing business if you choose it to be. It is such an honor to share. And I'm just so excited to lock arms with each and every one of you. And truly, like they said, let this be day one.
So awesome, Ashley. Thank you for sharing. I love your story and congratulations on all your success. It's awesome. So you guys, everybody's like, okay, how do I get started? How do I be part of this? What am I selling? I'm paying attention to your guys' questions. Okay, so let's quickly dive into that. And then what we're going to do next is open up for questions. So if you guys have any questions, I asked two things, and that is one, the questions are only for our guests. If you're inside the community, just go back to the community and ask your questions. We're there to help you 24/7, right? So let's just honor the guest on, and we're going to answer their questions. But also, second thing is show your video. I want to be able to look at you in the eyes. And if you have a question for one of the other 6-figure income earners, just let us know who your question is for, okay? But we're gonna just spend about 15 minutes here and just answer a handful of questions. So how do you get started? Well, this is our Legacy Builder program. You guys, when you get started with our Legacy Builder program, you immediately get 4 income streams. You can generate an income of $100, $300, $600, and $900. That is $1,900 worth of products that you get to promote and make 100% profit. You also get to be part of the program we actually hosted inside Kajabi, and you can do it on an app on your phone as well. So it's so mobile friendly. And then you get to be part of our amazing community, which we have 17,500 people inside our community. And remember what Marianne said, she loved the daily videos. Right now, we have a 30K in 90-day run going on where we are walking you through how to make 30K in 90 days. And just like Ashley said, 10K a month is very doable. That's only 11 people. And when you think about that, you guys, there's 5 billion people on social media, and all you need is 11 to buy from you on a monthly basis to make 10K a month. Pretty awesome. And we walk you through that process. So you see this content vault here? We give you the ideas of what type of content to create. No matter if you want to create faceless videos or talking videos, we walk you through that step by step. So what are you going to learn inside the Legacy Builder program? You're going to learn launch to profit in 7 days. You're going to learn how to automate your business. That's your freedom. I've seen in the comments, people like, there is no way you guys can be making this type of money working 2 hours a day. That is 2 hours of income earning activities. So for example, I would spend 30 minutes copying, pasting free ads, and 1 hour creating 3 pieces of content, and 30 minutes responding to emails, responding to comments, and on learning. That's what we mean by 2 hours of income earning activities. Then your automations take over, and then you can do what you want the rest of that time. If you want to learn and earn more, or if you want to create more content, but we've figured out a priority focused time for 2 hours a day can make all of the difference. And then you're also going to learn how to make passive daily pay. 900 a day, you guys, that's 328,000 a year. You're also going to learn how to create a reoccurring income stream through your email list. I mean, you have reoccurring bills. Why not learn how you can create a reoccurring income? My goal inside the community is to help my community make more money in reoccurring income than they do reoccurring bills by December. And then you're also going to learn even how to create your own community or program or product if you want to. I have a lot of people that purchase a program from me, and because they want to be a coach, right? And so they purchase my program to learn how to create that, but also learn how to market that. Do you guys realize that's why most businesses go out of business? They have no idea how to market. And then you're also going to learn how to build a legacy and make 6 and 7 figures online. My goal with the Legacy Builder program is to create 1,000 millionaires inside the Legacy Builder program. So hang tight, either join us or watch us, but you're going to see millionaires happen because we have a proven process. You just got to be willing to be coachable and consistent and follow the process. Now, when you get started today, you're going to get access to these bonuses. You're going to get access to a complete crash course for Canva. Michelle, she's the tech gal, Michelle S., the tech gal inside our community. She over-delivered with her Canva crash course. You're going to be part of our community. You're going to get access to how I created $1 million in 17 months. You're going to get the complete step-by-step blueprint. You're going to get a 30-day market growth strategy plan. You guys, this is how you can go from no following, complete beginner friendly, and build a business and build a following and build your email list in 30 days. You're going to learn exactly how to do that. You're also going to learn how to start an online business with master resale rights. And you're also going to get 200 digital product ideas. So if you want to find your own business you want to launch, you'll get 200 ideas of that. You get how to have the right message, marketing, and mindset to make your first million. And you're also going to get how to build an invisible empire, the faceless branding training. So you get access to all of that and 4 income streams, you guys, for only $900. That's access over $1,900 worth for only $900. And you know what I love? 1 customer and you're in profit mode. Pretty awesome. Everything that you get. What if it turns into 1 customer a day and you make $328,000? But let me give you a really cool idea. You heard what Ashley said. You guys, when I discovered this, my goal was to make $54,000 a year working 2 hours a day. I never in my wildest dreams that I ever think I could make 6 figures. So let me ask you a question. What if you had a similar goal like that and you made 30,000 this year? What if next year you had momentum going and you made 900 a day? You realize in 3.5 years, you're a self-made millionaire. All because you plugged into a program and you learned digital marketing skills. It's absolutely amazing. Now, many of you might be going, that's not in my budget or that's not one of my goals. Well, we do have 3 other programs as well. We have a $600 digital mastery that will give you 3 income streams. We have a $300 passive daily paid blueprint that will give you 2 income streams. And we have the Launchpad that will give you 1 income stream. So you get to pick the product that is best for your goals and dreams. But I will tell you guys what, the digital world isn't going anywhere. The e-learning industry in 2019 did $950 million for 1 year. In 2023, it literally did $1 billion a day. So what it used to take an entire year to do is doing it in 1 day. Then the first quarter of 2024, you guys, it's $1.2 billion a day. It's projected with the growth it's going now to be a $3 billion a day industry. And look what's happening when it's just 1 billion a day. So I'm telling you what, if you guys are ready to take your generational struggle and create a generational wealth and truly leave a legacy for your family, I definitely want to be the first to welcome you to the Legacy Builder program. And I can't wait to see you inside the community. You've received an email from the person that invited you. If you just go back to that email, scroll down to the very bottom, you will actually see where you can go and get started. And once you do, go back inside the community and put in there that you got started, because we want to celebrate with you. So now what we're going to do now is we're just going to open up for questions. Okay. So again, show your camera if you have any questions. If you got to bounce off of here, you can get back with the person that invited you and they can answer your questions as well. Yay, Laura. I think this is amazing as well. Yes. So any guest on the phone, does anybody have any questions? We will see real quick and take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes here and answer any questions. Oh, anyone?
I don't see any hands.
What about taxes? Okay, you know, guys, it's no different than anything, right? At your job, you pay taxes, but let me share a really fun story with you. So I went to a mastermind in December and the lady said, after expenses, and you know what? Your expenses are amazing, by the way. The tax deductions that you get, tax breaks you get for an online business is awesome. She goes, after expenses, saves 30% back. So that's exactly what I did. Well, I overestimated of what I was going to have to pay back. And I made a lot of money and I had a lot left over. I thought I would have to pay in more than I did. I actually was able to take that huge chunk and I was able to open these certain retirement funds for all of my grandchildren and my children that when they're 40 years old, you guys will all be millionaires. Because I saved more back in taxes and I didn't have to expend it all. So when you get a really good accountant and you understand the tax breaks and stuff, it's absolutely amazing. So I'm able to now, I went from being stressed and overwhelmed and not knowing how I was going to help put my son through college to now creating life insurance policies that they can all cash out and become millionaires in their 40s. So anyway, you guys, I absolutely love this opportunity. And that's just the beginning for my family, that's for sure. So, okay.
All right. We've got a couple here. We've got Dan. Dan, we'll have you go first.
All right. Hey, thanks. And maybe you went over this just barely. I apologize. I just had a dishwasher guy come replace a dishwasher and a lot of commotion with that. So I apologize if I'm asking a question that was just answered. So what is it that we're selling?
Well, you can, like I said, I can show you how to create your own product or program, but we promote the 4 different digital programs: the Launchpad, the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, the Digital Mastery, and the Legacy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure once I jump into things, it'll be explained.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And when the person who invited you, if you go back to their website and scroll to the very bottom, you can click on them and you can look at all the different programs there.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
All right, looks like we have Tony.
Yes, good evening. My name is Tony Castillo. I'm from Florida. The person who invited me, I've been involved in network marketing, doing business all over the world. Do you have this program? And the person who sent me the information is a very successful building network marketing too. Do you have this program in Spanish?
Not yet.
Okay, but it's coming, because
Yes.
that would be great. That would be very, very, especially, you know, we are in the
Yes.
market of the Latino market.
We're
and
working
do
on it.
we do network marketing through all the world in the Spanish
Oh, yeah.
community. So
We are an international business, you guys, our community. We probably have like 6,000 inside our community just from South Africa alone. So United States, South Africa, then it goes Canada, United Kingdom and Australia, and then Philippines are the top 6 countries we have. So we literally are all over the world. So yeah.
All right, we've got Noreen.
Yes, we've got it. Hi, thank you for this evening. We have a quick question. I've heard a lot of talk on using TikTok. So is this heavy on the TikTok social media, or is it applied to any media, social media across the way?
Love this question. Thank you so much for asking. No, we've had a lot of people had a lot of success on Facebook. We've had people that have had their success on YouTube, some on Instagram, right? And then some of us on TikTok. So it works for every single platform. Yeah. And you get trained on all platforms.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a quick question also. Is there any differences between what happens in the US and Canada?
What do you mean differences?
In terms of payment plans, in terms of taxes, that kind of thing?
Nope.
Okay.
Yep. And you know, since you are in Canada, then you'll be able to offer payment plans for Canadians.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Good question.
Okay, so, let me see. Geez, keeps bouncing around. Okay, we've got Camille.
Hi.
There you go.
I'm doing this from my phone. I usually do it from my computer, so I'm learning where all the buttons are on the phone. Okay, so I've got a few questions. One is, how long has this program been going? When was it first launched? How does the mentor program work? For example, are you the mentor over all 17,000 people? And can I use this program because I don't have any other products that I sell. I'm not an influencer. I'm a realtor. And so I've already got an online presence professionally that, of course, I'm concerned about overlap or just how that transcribes. So what would you suggest on how to work that? Those are my 3 questions.
Question. So first of all, I launched my business in September of 2022. And when I started having success, I wanted to make sure that my customers, I could, help them and communicate with them. So I created the community in November of 2022. And then in December, I had a vision of putting 1,000 people in the community in 2023, because I knew if I put 1,000 people in the community between me and my customers, it would create many 6-figure income earners. So that's when the community was launched. We actually hit 1,000 in May of 2022. And then we launched the Legacy Builder program the end of March. It officially launched to the world of April of 2022. And here's why. Kind of like what you said, you're a realtor. I have so many people that already have an existing business, and they're like, I just need to know how to get customers for my existing business, right? Or how do you create your own product? Or how do you create reoccurring income streams? How do you build an email list, right? And so I filled the gaps. And so that's when we launched that. And in 45 days, it's done $4.8 million. And so the results have been absolutely amazing. It's created more 6-figure income earners in a quicker time. And so that's what I really love. I love what we've created. I do the live Legacy Builder calls. They're every Tuesday. and they're live and interactive. And so I will do a training. It's different training every week. And then it will take me about 15, 20 minutes. And then I'll put you in what's called a breakout room, where you're in a breakout room with like 5 to 7 other people. And then you have the ability to go over the strategy I shared with you. And here's what I love, because so many people have had a breakthrough in the breakout rooms. Because here's something, you guys, you don't know what your blind spots are. You don't know where you need to pivot. You don't know what you need to shift. And so when you're in a room with 5 to 7 other people and you're hearing other people, you're like, oh my gosh, that's me, or I can relate to that, or, oh, that makes sense, let's go. And that's why people are growing so quickly. So that's every Tuesday. And now we have so many other 6-figure income earners. So we have them train on Mondays and Thursdays, right? We always have different trainers. Like this coming Monday, we have a gal inside our community that's going to be training you guys on LinkedIn. Sorry, LinkedIn. She's going to do an amazing LinkedIn training for you guys, right? So we're always giving you great strategies. We have a mindset coach that comes in usually once a month. Her name is Laura St. John. Write it down. You guys check her out. Laura St. John. She's actually a mindset and a very successful coach in California. She's even been on Netflix movies, and she really works with superstars and things like that. And she'll come on and mentor our community once a month as well. So you guys are literally equipped with every single thing that you need. Plus, inside the program is your launch to profit, exactly what to do in 7 days, right? So you have those actionable steps as well, plus the deep dive training that we have.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, looks like we've got, is it Hemp?
Oh, you're muted, my friend.
Can you
Oh,
hear
there
me?
you go.
There you go.
How you doing? Well, again, my name is Ham Hooten, and I just have a few questions actually. My situation is kind of different. I'm a retired veteran, and I have my own business now. And my last kid has just graduated just yesterday, so I kind of have some free time on my hands, and I travel a lot, with what I do. So the mastering the 2-hour deal is really, I think, is going to work for me. But and I noticed I said it on the last webinar that you had, and you were telling us about the multiple streams of income that you have. And so I just have a few questions surrounding the business part of that. Like, do you have to have a separate EIN for each individual stream of income, or
no?
Or you don't? Or what about like a business LLC or business name for what we're doing here?
I mean, I do now. I didn't when I started, but like your payment gateway that you pick to use, PayPal, Stripe, Wise, there's tons of them, Square. They give you a 1099 at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're good with that, right? And so you can do it so that you be considered like the contractor, right? So you get all the write-offs with that. So you don't have to at the very beginning to create an LLC.
Okay, so and then also as far as the domain and the professional email, is that something that I need to have in place before I purchase?
No, because we will show you how to do all of that inside the community.
Okay, and then just one other question here. As far as access to the community, once I do purchase, do you all send out any kind of notifications or like the classes? Like I know you mentioned Monday and Thursday and Tuesday and something else. Is there any notifications that go out or reminders that go out?
Oh yeah,
because like I travel a lot.
Yeah, definitely. But let me even show you a little bit more convenience. Check this out. So this is what our community looks like, right? And check this calendar. You always see what's happening next, right?
Awesome.
Here, let me refresh that.
Okay.
So you always see, but you can go right here to the calendar and you can check that stack and you see exactly what calls are coming and when they are. It's all right there at your fingertips. But yeah, you also are notified. And so, for example, you'll see, well, I don't know if I can, I'm just showing you the inside. Look, remind members 1 day before. So you're also emailed and notified when the calls are as well.
And another question that I have, like, again, because like I said, I travel a lot. Can a lot of this be done as far as equipment wise would it be safe to say that you actually need a laptop or as opposed to an iPad?
Phone.
Or okay, so
Now, what I
okay.
recommend for your setup, if you use like a laptop for your setup, is just so much quicker. But that could be 2 hours. And then I do everything from 4 apps on my phone. That's it.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
I think that's all I actually can think of at the
Awesome.
time. That's it.
Good
That's all.
questions. Can't wait to
Yeah.
see you in the community, my friend.
Yes, can't wait to get there.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love your energy. Let's go.
Yes. All right, Michelle, we've got Dan and then Shanti, and that'll be the last of them.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. All right, Dan, you can go ahead and unmute.
All right. You can hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. So my situation is a little different, and obviously all of our situations are different. So my reason that I would even consider this, my friend Dale's on here tonight, is I'm a real estate agent, but I live in the Western Caribbean. I live on the island of Roatan. So I'm off the coast of Honduras. I've been here almost 6 years. I'm one of the top agents in the entire country for multiple years. So I don't have the stories I used to have when I was broke and I lived in my car and I ate from a soup kitchen and from a church, and you grow through that and change the mindset. So I've been around that and I've had a level of success. But here, I don't live in the US. I'm a US citizen, but I'm also a Honduran resident. My fiance, Karina, is a Honduran citizen. So for us, the question really becomes about pay. Honduras is always blacklisted, because it gets a bad rap. Most people are like, oh my God, you're going to Honduras. Trust me, it's more beautiful than you can ever imagine. And there's a lot of perks to it. But being paid. So do I have to have I have a US account, had it for 25 plus years. Do I get paid on a US account? You mentioned PayPal earlier, which I have. I don't have any of the other ones. How do we pay? And if we wanted to get paid in Honduras, is there a way to do that? Or is Honduras even a country that's involved? Or I'm not really sure how the structure is.
I mean, I really can't answer that, honestly. Dean, I just saw Dean comment. Dean, how are you paid? Because Dean does not live in the US either. I mean, I don't know. I assume, Wendy, you're from Canada.
You said you had an American account though, correct?
I do. And
so you would
I'm
just
talking about his wife though.
Right, I understand. Yeah.
But for Karina, she has a Honduran bank account, and a lot of different ventures we've been involved in don't recognize things in Honduras.
Right.
So I wasn't sure how she would, her PayPal is connected to her bank account here in
Well,
Honduras.
if you guys, I was just going to suggest if you're doing it together, if all else fails, you do have the American account is what I was going to suggest.
Correct. But then there's a tax liability for that.
Sure.
And I earn all my other money in Honduras.
Sure.
But we would probably do it separately. Me independent, my reason
Right,
is
but you're asking if it converts to your dollars, right? That's what you're asking.
if the dollars can be converted, we have US dollars in our bank accounts here. I have a US dollar account and a Lempira account, the Honduran currency.
Okay.
So she can get paid in dollars.
Oh, then yeah, you're fine then. And what was your question?
Well, the question was, will they allow the deposit in Honduras? I didn't know where the source.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We actually, we do a lot. We do with a Payoneer, Paystack, PayPal, Stripe. Yes, absolutely.
Well, even for like crypto, we couldn't get in a Honduran bank, we couldn't get a crypto.com card, as an example, where people in the States could if you're involved in crypto. So, but I want to do a separate for her and I work 7 days a week, morning, noon, and night as a real estate agent. And it's great money, but all the stories that you hear, time is the most valuable commodity we have.
Yes,
So,
it is. Absolutely.
Right now, being able to leverage some of that would be the best. I'm getting a message. PayPal, Stripe, both pay in Honduras. Okay, that was Dale. Thank you, Dale.
Yeah,
He's on
there
the
you
call.
go.
He's a new member. So we'll continue to listen. Thanks for your time, guys.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay, last but not least, we've got, is it Shanti? Shanti, maybe?
It's Shanti. Hi. I have a lot of questions, but I will keep it short. I know you said that 2 hours a day. I do have a full-time job. Well, I have 2 jobs. So I am free on the weekends. So do you think that it's possible for me to catch all the videos on the weekends if I don't have the time during the weekdays?
And you know, if you heard my story, I'm not sure if you did, but I was working 2 jobs, literally
yeah.
18 hours a day. You can do this throughout the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the video, do I have to watch it all, then learn how to build it later, or I watch the video one by one and actually build the website like that?
Yeah, good question. So yeah, it's very short videos and she walks you through each step. Your website's already built. All you got to do is plug your information in and you're going to connect your gateways to your payments, so you're paid directly to your bank account, but it's already built for you. And so you'll just watch those videos step by step. And then once you get your whole setup, then the training videos are just, you learn and earn at the same time. You can learn and earn. And then like all of the live calls, if you can't get on live, yeah, you get access to all the replays. And what I would recommend for you is if you work a lot of hours, I would recommend on one of your days off, take the time and batch create your content, which what I mean is create all of your videos for the entire week at that time. And there's even, I don't know if you've heard of repurpose.io. We actually had the CEO of that company got on and trained our community, and it is an app. You can actually create all your content and then you can go post it and then schedule it to go out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That probably,
Huge time leverage. Yes.
Yeah, that will work for me. And the training videos, is it like after 6 o'clock, all the training that?
It depends. So because we're an international business and time zones are different, it alternates. Some are at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, some are at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then my legacy builders, some are at the 1 p.m. and some are at 6 p.m. So they just alternates.
Okay. And this will be recorded, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Everything's recorded. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I need. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, Michelle, we're good to go.
Yeah, thanks everybody. It's been great. I hope you guys took some valuable aha moments. You know, you just heard from 9, 6, and 7-figure income earners. And if you guys heard consistency and mindset, and you guys, they just followed the steps inside this program. And so all I got to say is if we can do it, you can do it. So I want to be the first to welcome you, and we look forward to seeing you guys inside our community. Bye, guys. Thanks, Amy. Bye.
Yes.